Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Maths with Milind. My name is Manas Milind. Today we are going to discuss the CBSE 10th board exams which was held on 11th March 2024. The academic year is 23-24. I'm preparing this video so that students can verify their answers if they have any doubt whether the answer is right or wrong. So fine, let's get started. So this is set 1. Question paper code is 30/2/1. So please verify this before you go ahead. The paper consists of 38 questions, as you can read here. Okay, let's start with the first question from section A. Remember, there is no compulsion that you have to start from section A. You can start from any question you feel confident on. Okay, so that your momentum goes up in the first half an hour. Okay, let's look at question number 1. Let me show you the question. Question 1 says, question 1 says the value of k for which the system of equations has infinitely many solutions. Okay, so what is infinitely many solutions? Infinitely many solution means that both the lines overlap each other. So if this is your first line, then this on top will be your second line. So these are both L1 and L2, and the condition is, if you are writing your line as ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, then the condition is a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. Now what is our a1, b1, c1? So if you look at this question number 1, your a1 is 3, b1 is -1, c1 is 8. Similarly, a2 is 6, b2 is minus k, and c2 is 16, right? So I have the question paper open in my other screen. So I'm going to use the values directly. So a1 is 3, right? Keep your question papers ready with you. a2 is 6, b1 is -1, b2 is minus k. C1, C2 is not needed, but still we'll go ahead and write it. Now, 1, 2, and 3. What happens is, if you get these kind of equations where you have two equal to's in a single line, you can equate these two, or you can equate these two, or you can equate 1 and 3. Right? So the unknown is here. So either you can use 1 and 2, or you can use 2 and 3. So we'll use 1 is equals to 2, meaning 3 by 6 is equals to -1 upon minus k. Minus minus cancels, this cancels. K is equals to 2. So the answer is B. Okay, very simple question. You can attempt it in the beginning, right? Moving on to question number 2. So question number 2 is very simple. It says point B divides the line segment. Let me show you. So point P, the question from section formula. Point P divides the line segment joining the points this and this in the ratio 5:2. It's a simple section formula, so just apply the section formula and we will get your answer. So how is it? It's like you have straight line, okay, and then you have A, B, right? This is your point P which needs to be found. Let's say x comma y. So point A is how much? It is 4 comma minus 5. Point B is 1 comma 2. Ratio is 5:2. So if you are aware, the formula is m and this is n, right? So m x2 crisscross, then n x1 upon m by n. This is your x coordinate. So we can find both of them together, right? X is equals to how much? Mx2, what is m? 5. Okay, let me write the formula once. Mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. Similarly, y is equals to my2 plus n y1 divided by m plus n. What is m? 5. What is x2? x2 is this crisscross, okay? 1 plus n is 2. x1 is 4 divided by 5 plus 2. Let me write it, which will be 7. Similarly, let's find y also. So same thing, m, what is y2? y2 is 2. Okay, b ka second coordinate or y coordinate is 2. So m by 2 plus n, which is 2. What is y1? y1 is, where is y1? Where is minus 5 divided by 5 plus 2. So if you look here, x is equals to 5 plus 8 upon 7, y is equals to 10 minus 10 upon 7, or final result is x is 13 by 7, y is 0. This is our answer. Okay, so the answer is what? C. This is our answer. Okay, very easy. Let's look at the third question. Third question is from AP. Okay, so what is the third question saying? Third question says the common difference of an AP in which A15, meaning 15th term minus 11th term is 48, is how much? Again, these are all easy questions. So what do? You take question number 3 and you straight away write A15 minus A11 is equals to 48. I hope you guys are aware of the general formula. An is equals to A plus n minus 1 times D. Right? So just substitute the values. A15 will become A plus 15 minus 1 times D. Okay, put it in a bracket. Minus A11 will become A plus 11 minus 1 times D is equals to 48. Okay. Now open the bracket. A plus 14D minus A minus 10D is 48. As you can see, A and A gets cancelled. 14D minus 10D becomes 4D is 48. 48 divided by 4 is 12. So what is the common difference? Common difference is 12, which is option number A. Okay, pretty easy. Question number 4 is very easy. It is from nature of roots. So question number 4 says find the so basically you have to find the nature of root. The quadratic equation has dash roots: real and equal, irrational, real and distinct, not real. So again, if you know this, we need to use our discriminant. So what is discriminant? Discriminant is equals to b square minus 4 ac. Quadratic equation we have is x square plus x plus 1. So b becomes 1 minus 4, a is already 1, c is also 1. So we get 1 minus 4, basically minus 3. In short, d is less than 0. If d is less than 0, then roots are non-real, or in short, imaginary. So there's your answer. Answer will be not real. So your option is D, not real. Irrational, real and equal, real and distinct, they're all real roots or real values. Not real is the only one which is imaginary. Okay, moving on. Question number 5. This is a standard question which they ask. HCF into LCM is equals to the product of the numbers. So you need to simply use HCF into LCM, and let's say product of the number. Let's say the numbers is x into y, so you can use xy. HCF is given as 40, LCM is given as 252 times k, and we need to find the value of k. We will get it. X is nothing but you can take it as 2520, and y is the other number is 6600. So if you see, if you want to keep k on one side just for simplicity, you can write 2520 times 660 whole divided by 40 times 2, 5, 2. So try to cancel as a whole first. If you see, this is gone by 10 directly, then 0, 0 cancels. So we get 4, and you can divide this, you get 1. 2 carries over, you get 6, and you get 5, and you get 0. So k is equals to 1650. Right? So the answer is A in this case. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand and follow. I'm going a little fast because people who know the answers might well get bored. In case you already know the answers and you're pretty confident, you can forward and see the video. Okay, question number 6, right? Question number 6 is interesting. So let's have a look. So question number 6 is saying, let me show you the question once quickly. See, the question number 6 says, in the given figure, triangle ABC is shown. Okay, D is parallel to BC, right? And then if AD is 5 and DB is 2.5, BC is what is the value of DE? Now look here, Thales theorem will come into picture. Why? Because DE is parallel to BC, right? So by Thales theorem, if a line is parallel to the one side and cuts the other two sides in distinct points, then the ratio of the sides will be equal. In case, or in short, that this will also be 5 and this will be 2.5. Okay, so let's quickly make the diagram. Okay, let me shorten this out. Diagram will be important. I want to show you one thing. Most of the people will think the answer is 6, but that's not the case. So let's do this question properly. Okay, this is ABC, this is your D, this is E. Okay, this is 5, this is 2.5, this is 12, right? So by Thales theorem, we know that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Or now what I'm trying to show is, if you want to find D, there's one way, right? We first need to show that these two triangles are similar. If you show that, then you can take the third side and take the ratio and say that they are equal. How will we show? We will use SAS similarity. Okay, how do we use it? So either you can use this, or we can use AD upon AB is equals to AE upon AC, right? So you can use this also as Thales theorem. So we know that the ratio is equal, so this will also be 5 and this will also be 2.5, since the ratio has to be same. So you can say, okay, 5 and 2.5. Now what do we do? And since this is parallel, you know that these angles and these angles are also equal, right? So you can also call that by triple A similarity. Or yeah, we can, yeah, let's use this, right? Why are we using Thales theorem? Because the ratio will be equal, but we don't know whether the value is same or not. Okay, there's one more way. Let's do it this way. This is parallel lines, right? If this is parallel lines, these become your transversal. Okay, lines and angles chapter. I think it was in 9th standard. Anyways, so angle ADE is equals to angle ABC. Why? Corresponding angles, right? So A, we will use triple A similarity, and these will be similar, right? So maybe I said the answer is not 6. Let's see what the answer comes out to be. Okay, now what do we do? So this is equal. This angle and this angle will also be equal. Triangle DEA is equals to angle BCA. So even these two angles are same. By generally you see this. So if you know these corresponding angles, right? This is your parallel lines transversal, this is corresponding angles. So same thing, corresponding angles again. So one more angle is same, and angle DAE is equals to angle BAC. In short, this is the common angle. Hence what? Hence by triple A similarity, triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. If this is the case, then of course AD upon DB will be equals to so we can't take AD upon DB, we need to take the full. So you have AD from triangle ADE and you will have AB from triangle ABC is equals to the third side DE upon BC. What happens? AD is 5, AB is 7.5 is equals to DE upon 12. There you go. This will become how much? 1.5. 12 divided by 1.5 will be how much? 12 into 10 by 15, so 2 by 3, 8. DE comes out to be 8 centimeters. Okay, in short, the answer for this question is C. Okay, so this is a good question. It's not that straightforward, but yeah, it can confuse also. Okay, let's look at question number 7. So question number is pretty simple. It simply says if sine theta is equals to cos theta, then the value of sec theta divided by sine theta is. So they are asking what is sec theta dot sine theta, which is nothing but how much? 1 upon cos theta into sine theta, right? And what is given? Sine theta is equals to cos theta is given. So if you bring sine theta by cos theta down, you get 1. You put this back over here. So the answer comes out to be 1. Right? Sine theta upon cos theta is what? 1. So you can take the value from here and put it in this equation. So the option for question number 7 is option C again. So probability again, it's probability is actually a little tricky, but at this level, it's pretty simple. So it says two dice are rolled together, meaning you are throwing two dice at a time. The probability of getting the sum of the two numbers to be more than 10. Here we'll need to form cases. Cases as in, first you need to call dice 1. So let's say that the dice 1 always gives you 1 and the other dice gives you 1 comma 1, right? Then first dice will keep it as constant, it always gives you 1. So we'll form all 6 cases for the with the first die giving you 1. So I'll show you that the first die will never, when you add it, it will give you 2. You add it, it will give you 3. You add it, it will give you 4. So this die keeping 1 as the fixed number will never get you a sum more than 10. Same thing is gonna happen with the second die. If you look at the last combination, this is also 8. So no from this, no favorable conditions from this. Similarly, third, if you take the die, first die and fix the number to be 3, and if you look at the last condition, still doesn't match. So no favorable conditions, no favorable conditions. Same with the fourth one, you will finally get the sum as 10, but we need more than 10. This is the condition where we'll get one number. So we will get 5 comma 6 at the last, and before this we'll get 5 comma 5. We will not consider this, we'll only consider 5 comma 6. So here we get 1. Okay, and then the last combination keeping the first die number to be 1. So here we'll get 2. One will be 6 comma 5 and the other will be 6 comma 6. If you look at these three, there are 3 combinations or 3 possibilities that the sum of the two numbers will be more than 10. So probability of the event will become 3 over 36. If you 6, yeah, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. We have total of 36 possibilities. You cancel this, you get your answer as 1 by 12. So the option is D over here. Okay, moving on to question number 9. Again, this is easy. So section A looks pretty easy, straightforward, so that kids can score some marks over here and also gain their momentum while they move on to the bigger questions. So this is a question related to quadratic equations. Pretty simple again. So here it says if alpha beta are the zeros of the polynomial is given as quadratic equation, the value of 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta is how much? It's pretty easy to find. What you need to do first is you take this expression 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta and take the LCM. As soon as you take the LCM, you will find the sum and the product. We have a formula for the sum. The sum is minus b upon a and alpha beta is c upon a. So if you look at this, okay, I'll show you one more thing. So if you want to represent this as a proper fraction, replace the bottom fraction. You can bring it up provided you need to change your division sign into multiplication, and then your bottom fraction you can reciprocate and bring it up. So division changes to multiplication and the bottom fraction goes up as a reciprocal. You can cancel a and a. What we get is minus b upon c. And what is minus b upon c? The value of b is 3. So minus 3 divided by value of c is minus 7. So negative negative cancels. Your answer is 3 by 7, which is your option C. This is a correct option. Okay, moving on. Question number 10. Question number 10 says the perimeter of two similar triangles. Let me show you the question. The perimeter of two similar triangles are 56 and 48 respectively. What is the ratio of their side? Now, people who must be aware that the ratio of sides will be same as the ratio of their perimeters. But if somebody wants to understand, you can understand it like this. See, you can form, let's say the sides of triangle 1 or the triangle ABC is x plus y plus z. Okay, this is triangle ABC. So they're saying the perimeters is 56, and for let's say A plus B plus C, the perimeter of PQR is 48. Let's say PQR. Right now, we have to find PQ upon AB. So because they have given that the triangles are similar, so we know that AB upon PQ will be equals to BC upon QR is equals to AC upon PR, which is nothing but x upon a is equals to y upon b. Yeah, correct. Y upon b is equals to AC. So AC is this z upon c. Let's say is equals to k. So perimeter. So let's find the ratio of their perimeters. Okay, ratio of this. Just to explain you, perimeters will be what? X plus, now we need PQ upon AB. So we will take PQ on top, which is A plus B plus C divided by plus Y plus Z, which is 48 upon 56. Cancel this. So 6 upon 7. Correct. And if you look at this, if you want to add, for example, so what you get? You get X as AK over here, right? Y as PK over here, and Z as CK over here. If you add them, x plus y plus z, right, is equals to what do you get? AK plus BK plus CK. In short, the value of k is nothing but the value of the perimeters ka ratio. So you will get same thing, 7 by 6. Okay, wait, we are getting x plus y plus z divided by a plus b plus c is k. So we have taken here reverse. So the answer will be 6, 7 by 6, correct. PQ upon AB. Wait, 1 second. I've taken the values. That was getting confused over here. AB upon PQ. So AB is x plus y plus z and PQR is ABC. So then we divide this by this, we get this value. Ratio of perimeters will be, we have taken PQ upon AB, right? So A plus B is on top and this is at the bottom, right? So we can take A plus B plus C. So it will be x upon k plus y upon k plus z upon k. Still we get, okay, PQ upon AB. PQ upon AB is, okay, fine, sorry, my bad. So PQ upon AB is nothing but, if you look over here, it is A upon x, right? So A upon x is nothing but 1 by k, right? And the value of k we found already. So the value of k will be nothing but on x will be equals to 1 upon 6 over, sorry, 7 over 6. The value of k will be, okay, let me show you. X plus y plus z is equals to ak plus bk plus ck, or x plus y plus z upon a plus b plus c, if you take k common over here. So x plus y plus z is given as 56, so 56 upon 48, the value of k comes out to be 7 by 6, because now you put it back, so pq upon ab will come out to be 1 upon k, which is 7 over 6, or 6 by 7. So the answer will be B over here. This is just to explain you that how similarity of triangles perimeter ka ratio will be same as the side ka ratio, because you can find the value of k and k is will give you all the ratios of all the sides and they're all same. Okay, moving on to question number 11. 11 is again from similarity of triangles. If you guys are aware that there are four postulates or rules to define similarity. So first is triple A. Either you show all both the triangles have same angles, or you can also show that two angles in the triangles are equal. So obviously the third one will be equal. Third is SAS, and the fourth one is triple S. And there's one more condition when a right angle triangle is involved, but I'll not go there. Now if you look at the figure, you can easily make out that in this particular figure, right, ADP. So ADP triangle is common to all the options. We need to check which of these triangles, whether CBP or BCP, which are nothing but same, or CBA, this triangle, or this triangle, which is, you can say, similar. Both which two triangles are similar. So when you talk about sides, right, none of the sides are equal, because it's a circle. You have chords and the chords are not given to be equal. All they say that it intersects. So if it intersects, we need to look at the two triangles, A, D, P and B, P, C. Okay, so the answer is this. Will tell you how. This is vertically opposite angles, right? So angle APD, okay, angle APD is equals to angle CPB. Why? Vertically opposite, right? So one of the angles in these two triangles is equal. Second one is, if you guys remember, there's a property. So there are theorems in circles, right? There are around 10, 11 theorems. Out of that, one of the theorems says that angles in the same segment, or angles drawn by the arc in the same segment, will be equal, right? So if you look closely in this particular, this is an arc, right? It subtends this angle, correct? And it subtends this angle. So this is the same segment, right? Major segment, minor segment. So these two angles are also going to be equal by that theorem. So angle you can write by theorem. You don't have to call out the theorem. The examiner will understand. Angle DAP is equals to angle BCP, okay, by same segment theorem. You can write short keyword so that the examiner understands, Another angle is equal, as he said. Hence, by AA postulate, see, understand, if in a triangle, right, two angles are equal, right? These two are equal. Obviously, the third one has to be equal. So 180 minus sum of the other two. So it will give you the same value. Hence, by double A postulates triangle ADP is similar to triangle BPC, right? So our answer will be option number B. Option B, right? Yeah, ADP is triangle BPC. Okay, moving on. Question number 12. Question number 12 is conceptual, right? It's a good question because generally you see numbers, find median, find mode, find mean. But here it says if the value of each observation in a data is increased by 2, then median of the new data increases by 2 or increases by 2 and remains same or decreases by 2. Now, if you want to answer this question, you can think like this. Let's take three numbers only. 1, 2, 3. If somebody asks what is the median, you will say 2, right? Let's take the same condition and increase these numbers by 2. So now you get 3, you get 4, you get 5. Median happened. What happened to the median? Median increased by 2. In short, if you have questions like this, you can take small examples. The answer will be A. Okay. Median increases by 2. You can take any example. This will work. Question number 13 is actually tricky. So you guys can tell me in the comments if you guys agree with me. Now here it says the box contains cards numbered from 6 to 55, right? So if the cards are containing numbers from 6 to 55, the total number of outcomes becomes how much? 6 to 55. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This equals to 5. 10 to 20 will give you, sorry, 11 to 20 will give you, this is the numbers, right? The numbers on the cards. 11 to 20 will give you 10 cards again. 21 to 30 will give you 10 cards again. 31 to 40 will give you 10 cards again. 41 to 50 also gives you 10 cards. Now 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So if you add them up, you get 50. Okay. So the number of favorable outcomes is 50, right? And there's only one option which has 50 denominator. But let's see. So we can have a debate on this. Now the number of favorable outcomes, right? So what are the favorable outcomes? They're saying number of how many are perfect squares, right? So from these, how many perfect squares are there? You will get one in this. 11 to 20, you will get one as 16, right? 21 to 30, you will get one as 25. 31 to 30, you get one more, 36. Okay, and then 41 to 50, you get another one, 49. Right, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many we have? We have 5. Right, the next perfect square is after 49 is 64, so that's not counted. Oh, okay, sorry, no, my bad, I was doing it wrong. It's correct, so the answer will be 5 upon 50. Right, sorry, no debate, take my words back. The answer is 1 over 10, so the option is C. To confuse, they have given 7 by 50 and 5 by 49, which is a good way to confuse kids, but fine, good question. So 1 by 10 is the answer. Number of favorable outcomes are 5, total number of cards are 50, so 1 over 10. Okay, moving on, question number 14. Question number 14 is from circles, triangles, mix. It's actually from circles. Right, so it says in the given figure, let me show you. People who don't keep question paper with them. Okay, this is for you guys. So this is a circle. So let's read it. Please read the question carefully before you answer it. In the given figure, tangents PA and PB to the circle centered at O. So as soon as you see this, you should know that PA will be equals to PB. There's only two theorems in class 10th, which is one is this and the one is that this will be 90 degrees. Okay, are perpendicular to each other. Great. So now they have given that the tangents are also perpendicular to each other. If PA is 5, then length of AB is, very easy question. If PA is 5, PB will also be 5, correct? And because it's a right angle triangle, you can only draw this much of triangle and you are done. This is 90 degrees, right? This is P, this is A, this is B. So AB is your hypotenuse, this is fine. Basically, it's an isosceles triangle, doesn't matter. AB square is equals to how much? 25. Okay, let me write one more step. 5 square plus 5 square becomes 25 plus 25, or in short, under root 50. So factorize it, change it into perfect squares. So whenever you have a bigger number inside under root, try to form as many, break it into as many perfect squares as possible. 25 comes out as 5, you get 5 root 2 centimeter. So your answer is B. This will be your correct answer. Okay, moving on to question number 15. I am going to take a graph paper so that I can draw it. So we have X, O, Y, Z. So basically, let's draw with the black color. Okay, there is a reason why I'm drawing it, so that you guys don't get confused and you can clearly see the answer. This is question number 15. So X, O, Y, Z. So this is O, origin 0, comma 0. Then you have minus 3 comma 0. So 1, 2, 3. Another point is minus 3 comma 0. Then you have 0 comma 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0 comma 4 and x comma y, which is z. And they are saying it's a rectangle. So if it's a rectangle, let's highlight these sides. So what could be a rectangle? It will have opposite sides equal, so one side is this and one side is this, right? So this becomes your z, which is x comma y. Again, this question is given to bluff you guys, but remember the length of its each diagonal. Diagonal is what? Diagonal is the opposite sides, right? Not adjacent sides, but opposite vertex, not the sides, opposite vertex. How will you find it? Very simple. This is how much? This is again a right angle triangle. This is 3. This is 4. This is 90 degrees. So this will be what? Hypotenuse. Call it h. Right? Let me remove this. Take some extra space. So what do you get? H square is equals to how much? 3 square plus 4 square. Basically, it's a triplet. So under root 9 plus 16, under root 25 value of h or diagonal comes out to be 5 units. So this is your answer, which is A. Okay, I hope people have not written x square plus y square because it sometimes looks like that. Okay, question number 16. Let's use this page. Okay, 16. So which term of the AP is 16? Very easy question. It's a standard question. So an is equals to a plus n minus 1 times d. An is nothing but the term. So it is 16. A is minus 29. N we have to find, and difference is plus 3. Okay, it's not minus 3. Minus 26 minus of minus 29 will give you plus 3. Okay, so calculate this, bring the 29 on the left hand side. So 16 plus 29 is equals to 3n minus 1. This is how much? 29 plus 16 is 45 divided by 3 is equals to n minus 1, 15, or n is equals to 15 plus 1, or this is the 16th term. Very easy question. Hope you guys have solved it correctly. So 16th term, your answer will be B. This is the 16th term in the AP. Okay, moving on. 4 more questions to go for section A. Okay, I'm not gonna take this page anymore. It has more lines. No page to trash. We will take scale lines. Question number 17. Question number 17 again is from circles, and one of the theorems from class 9th will again be used, which is where, so people who would have not learned circles properly in 9th might have to face problems with these kind of questions. So question says, question is pretty simple, provided you know one theorem. The theorem is, in the given figure, AT is tangent, we can see that, centered at O. Fine. If CAT is 40 degrees, then CBA, they are trying to find this particular angle. How will we find it? Now you must be wondering, we don't know this angle, we don't know this angle, how are we going to find it? So people who know theorem from 10th class will know that a tangent and radius will form a 90-degree angle, right? If it's a 90-degree angle, then you know angle number or angle, let me put it bold, angle BAC will be equals to what? 90 minus 40, correct, or 50 degrees. This is by theorem, circle theorem from 10th. So I'll just write a keyword. Yeah, fine. We know now one of the theorems, one of the angles in triangle ABC. What about the other angle BCA? Now comes the important part. Angle BCA is 90 degrees. How? A semicircle is a theorem subtends 90-degree angle at the circumference. I'm not going to go into the depth of the theorem, how and why it is. For that, we'll have another session. So BCA is 90 degrees. Okay, this is a theorem from class 9th. Okay, so now in triangle ABC, apply the ASP or angle sum property. So angle CBA plus angle BAC plus angle BCA is equals to 180 degrees. Always write the reason why you're writing the equation. So CBA plus BAC 50 plus BCA 90 is equals to 180, or angle CBA is equals to 180 minus 140, or the answer is 40 degrees, which is option D. So one mark question, but still a good question. People who want to score 100 will need to remember each and everything, or at least 95 plus. Question number 18 is conceptual, but still a good question. Hopefully you guys got it right. It clearly says, now when you study mean, median and mode, also study what does it mean. Don't just study the formula, fx upon x or number with the highest frequency. Now, after an examination, a teacher wants to know the marks obtained by the maximum number of students in her class. She requires to calculate dash of marks. Median, no. Mean, no. Range, no. It is mode. Because you know the value of the mode is nothing but the value of x whose frequency is the maximum. So here it wants to know the marks of the students who or the mark which has been obtained by the maximum number of students. So the answer clearly here is D. It is mode. They want to find the mode. Okay, moving on to question number 1920. This is assertion and reasoning. So please read this carefully. You guys have already read it, so I am going to jump to the conclusion part, right? Question number 19th. Assertion and reason. We'll look at this option also later on. So assertion A says we need to check whether this is true or false. If sine A is 1 by 3, then the value of cos A is 2 root 2 by 3. We need to verify this. How do we verify? Let's use this because we need to check whether if this is true, is reason the correct explanation for this assertion. So let's see. Question number 19. Okay, question 19. We are validating the assertion. So sine A is 1 by 3, right? Now we know that sine square A plus cos square A is 1. So cos square A will be 1 minus sine square A. We can write 1 by 3 ka whole square or 1 minus 1 by 9 or take LCM, you get 9 minus 1 or 8 by 9 ka under root. So cos A now becomes, as I said, 1 by 3 will come out and 8 can be written as 4 into 2. So 2 by 3 under root 2. So assertion is correct. This is true. And yes, reason for every angle theta, sine square theta plus cos square theta will be equals to 1. Yes, for every angle it is going to be equal because it's an identity. And this, we have used the same formula, right? So it is a correct explanation. So the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So your option will be what? A. Both assertion and reason are true. Reason R is the correct explanation for assertion A. So the answer for this is A. Okay, moving to question number 20. Question number 20 says two cubes. So let's verify whether this statement is true or false. Assertion. Two cubes each of edge length 10 cm are joined together. The total surface area of newly formed cuboid is 1200 centimeter square. Sorry, I forgot to show the question. One second. See, this is the question. Okay, we are done with this. Two cubes of each edge length 10 cm are joined together. The total surface area is this. If you guys have already calculated in your head, this is wrong. It's not correct. Why? Let me show you. You can make two cubes. Okay, this is one cube, and then similarly you make another cube, right? Now if you see, because you have joined it, this particular surface wall will not be visible because it's joined, right? So if it's joined, there will not be any surface area. Okay, you can remove this just to show you. Right, now this becomes your cube. So this was 10, right? In short, each cube has 5 surface. Okay, so cube 1 has 5 surface. Okay, each of how much? Each of 100 centimeter square. So cube 1 ka surface area will become how much? 500. Similarly, cube 2 का surface area will also be 500 centimeter square. Okay, just to show you through dotted lines, this will not be counted, right? So this will be 100, 100, then back portion 100, front. So count it like this. You have top, bottom 200, back, forward 200 more, 400, and this side. This right side will not be taken. Same with cube 2. So cube 1, cube 2. You will have 500, total becomes 1000 centimeter square. So assertion only is false. Reason, area of each surface of a cube of side 10 centimeter is 100 centimeter square. Reason is absolutely right. So what will be your option? A is not taken. B says both assertion and reason are true, not valid. Assertion is true, wrong. The only option you have is D. Assertion is not true, but reason is true. So the answer for this is D. Okay, let's start with section B. So section B consists of 5 questions of 2 marks each, and this time they were pretty easy, apart from one question where we need to prove that. So let's start with the first one. This is section B. Okay, question number 21. Sorry, one second. Question number 21. Okay, so let's read the question first. What is it saying? The question number 121 says that here, can the number 15 to the power n being a natural number, end with digit 0? Give reasons. So 2 mark question, unlike your 1 markers, this will need an explanation as well, or complete steps on why do you give 2 marks and what is the logic behind it. So if you know any number who has to end with digit 0 will definitely have a factor of 2 and 5. That's the logic behind a number or proving whether the number ends with digit 0 or not. So all we have to do here is, is a very easy question provided you know. So you write 15 to the power n, and then you see whether this number inside the bracket or on the base, so it's an exponential number, and the base numbers, if you break it into factors, you will see 3 and 5. So as you can clearly see that 2 is missing over here. This number cannot be broken into prime factors of 2 and 5. So 5 is there, but 2 is not there. Since 2 is not there, you will say that since 15 cannot be broken into factors of both, you can write both 2 and 5, hence this number cannot end with digit 0. That's it. That's the logic. Okay, so remember, if you want to prove whether the number will, whatever, how many times it can be multiplied, ends with 0 or not, you need to make sure that it breaks into a factor of 2 and 5, because 2 and 5 gives you 10. And after 10, you can multiply with any number you want. Your end result will, your end digit will always be 0. Okay, moving on. Question number 22. As I said, this section questions were easy, so if you guys want, you can start with section number B as well. There's no rule that you need to start from section A or section any particular section. You can start with any question you know. Question number 22 is saying, okay, let me show you. By the way, I have a different screen open where the question paper is already open. So sometimes I might miss the question. So keep your question paper on. Find the type of triangle ABC formed whose vertices are A, B, C. So again, basic question of triangles. Triangles can be categorized by sides or it can be categorized by its angles. So when you talk about sides, the 3 triangles which come to our head is scalene, where sides are not equal, isosceles, where 2 sides are equal, and equilateral, where all 3 sides are equal. So all you guys need to do is a question from coordinate geometry. You need to write the best way I say is, it's very always good to make a triangle so that you can also represent Anyways, you're gonna write the coordinates if you are gonna write. So A, B minus 5 comma Z, and C is minus 2 comma 5. All you need to do is find AB, find AC, find BC. If they are unequal, it's scalene. If two sides are equal, it's isosceles. If all three sides are equal, it is equilateral. It's very simple. We cannot find angles because first of all, there will be too much complication, and you will need to use a lot of trigonometry. So of course they don't want you to do that. It's a very pretty straightforward question. Find the distance formula. So if you want to find AB, let's start with AB. AB will be under root. Now what is the distance formula? Distance formula is simply x2 minus x1 ka whole square plus y2 minus y1 ka whole square. This can also be written as x1 minus x2 or y1 minus y2. Since there's a square on top, negative will anyways be taken care of. You will get a positive number out of this bracket because you have a square on top. So generally, how you should do is AB, right? So consider B as your second term, A as your first coordinate. So when you do, this will become your x2 and this becomes your x1. Okay, so make a habit like this so that you don't have confusions during calculation. So x2 is minus 5, x1 is minus, it's just 1, so minus 5 minus 1 ka whole square plus. If you can clearly see that this is 0, this is 0, so you don't have to write it, you can simply write 0 ka square. Right, in short, you get AB's as ka whole square, correct. So you get 0 ka square, and so under root you get 6 square. In short, 6. Remember, it is a length, so it cannot be negative. So AB comes out to be 6 units. And it's pretty evident that your y coordinate is 0. It means it lies on the B is here, A is here. So there is a 6 unit distance. Let's find BC and AB. So we'll go in cyclic order. After AB, let's find BC. So same thing. Now I'll not write the formula since you guys already know. So BC will be what? This is B, x1, C, x2. So minus 2, minus 5. What we'll get? We'll get minus 2, and minus of minus 5 will become plus 5. Right? Because you already have a minus. So if you put a minus 2 over here, it will become, sorry, if you put a minus 5 over here, it will become plus 5. So x2 minus x1 gives you that. Then y2 minus y1 is simply 5 minus 0, or simply, let me write it completeness sake, 5 minus 2, right? So minus 2 plus 5. In short, 5 minus 2 gives you 3. So 3 square plus 5 square. 3 square is how much? It is 9. 5 square is 25. So you get under root 34 units, right? You cannot factorize it because it will go into 2 into 17. Both are prime numbers, so let it be under root 34. Let's find AC or CA. So AC will be, now let's find AC. So x1, x2. So you have minus 2, minus 1. So minus 2, minus 1 ka whole square plus, same thing, this is 5, and this is 0. So same, 5 minus 0 ka whole square. Open it, minus 3 ka whole square. I'm writing it if anybody has any confusion. Minus 3 whole square becomes 9. So 9 plus 25. And as you can see, this comes out to be 34. So BC is under root 34. AC is under root 34, while AB is 6 unit. Meaning two sides are equal. Since BC is equals to AC, hence it is an isosceles triangle. It's not complicated at all, only calculation is involved. So my advice, if you guys want to go for marks, immediately do these type of questions where there's not too much of brain applied. Like in this question, you need to know the logic. Here you just need to know the formula. Okay, moving on. Question number 23. It has two parts. We'll be doing both. But I don't know which part you guys have done. So 23rd A. 23rd A is probably the easiest question in this exam. Why? All you need to do is remember the trigonometry chapters, particular angles, meaning sine 30, sine 45, sine 60, sine 0, sine 90. That's it. Okay, I have a pretty good trick to help you with the tables. Anyways, there's a discussion for a later video for trigonometry. So 23rd A, it simply says evaluate. Evaluate means find the value of this expression if possible. And here it is possible. This is what we have, right? All you need to remember is sine 30, sec 60 and tan 60. So if you guys know twice, right? Now, very important thing I'll tell you guys. Please, when you know this is like a formula, right? Or you're going, the next step is substitution. So when you're substituting, make sure you put a bracket. Now there's a sine square 30, right? Sine square 30 means sine 30 ka value is 1 by 2. Put a square on top. And never play around with substitution steps. Substitution step is very important to avoid silly mistakes. Times. So I'll not put a cross, I'll put a dot, meaning multiplication. Sec 60 is nothing but 1 upon cos 60. And cos 60 is nothing but 1 upon 2. In short, this will become 2. Plus tan 60, if you know, it is under root 3. Since there's a square on top, you put a square on top. Okay, very simple question. Now, going by BODMAS, let's resolve the bracket first. So, 2 dot 1 by 4 dot 2. If you can see, this cancels, this cancels. So, this becomes 1 plus under root 3 ka whole square becomes 3. So, you get 1 plus 3, or in short, you get 4. Very easy. Answer comes out to be 4. Okay, probably the easiest question. Going to question number B, 23rd B. It's saying if 2 sine A plus B, okay, I didn't show you the question, quickly showing you the question. If 2 sine A plus B is under root 3 and cos A minus B is 1, find the measures of the angles A and B. Provided A, B and A plus B, all of them are greater than 0 and less than 90 degrees. Please make sure when you get your answer, verify with this. Sometimes you might get two values. So you need to make sure that your answer matches this condition. That's why these conditions are given in the question. If you see questions like this, sin A plus B, cos A minus B, all you need to do is form a simultaneous equation like this. So we have 2 sin A plus B is equals to root 3. Now, take this 2 on the other side. You will get, let me write it in black color, sine A plus B is equals to root 3 by 2. Okay. Now, you cannot find the value of A and B until you get rid of your T ratios or trigonometrical terms, or you can say part of the expression. How will you get rid of it? There's only one way. If you have, you can only get rid of your sines or cos when you have sine theta is equals to sine alpha, which implies theta is equals to alpha. It's a generic formula. So remember, if you want, or if they are asking you find the value of the angle, you need to represent the other side value in the terms of the same T ratio ka angle. So I need a sine over here. So the question comes, what is root 3 by 2 in terms of sine? And as I said, it is again from particular angles. It is sine 60 degrees. Okay, sine 60 degrees is root 3 by 2, which implies that A plus B is 60 degrees. This is your equation 1. Similarly, you have another one as cos A minus B is equals to 1. Same logic, we need to get rid of cos. What is 1 in cos angles? If you guys recall, it is cos of 0 degrees, or implies A minus B will become 0, or A is equals to B. In short, whatever your A comes, your A is equals to B. Now, what do? You take this value and put it in the equation 1. So, what do you get? A plus A. Since B is equals to A is equals to 60 degrees, or 2A is equals to 60 degrees, or A is equals to 30 degrees. So B is equals to A is equals to 30 degrees, and it falls in your criteria of that A, B and A plus B both fall within this. So even if you do A plus B will come out to be 60 degrees. This is your answer. Okay, moving on. 24th. Question number 24th. As per my experience, I've seen a lot of kids, students, whenever they see a proof that question, they'll start to run away. But don't run away, they are probably the easier ones because calculation is not involved. Right? Now let me make this diagram, then I'll show you the question because we need to make the diagram to have some clarity on what's happening. Okay, this is our question. I'll show you the question in a while, then I'll connect these straight line. Okay. Okay, so the question is, I'll show you this is the question, right? So in the given figure, which is this AB and CD, AB and CD are tangents to a circle centered at O. Centered at O means this circle ka center is at O. Is BAC, BAC meaning they're talking about this angle equals to DCA, this angle. We need to say yes or no, and if we whether we say yes or no, we need to justify our answer to get those 2 marks. So because circle is involved, the first thought or approach should be, is it a circle question? And you only have 2 theorems. As I told you before, there was one question before with circle theorem. Let me label it for better understanding. So this is B, this is A, this is C, this is D, this is O. It is not being used, but still we'll go ahead and write it. Now the angles in question is whether this angle is equals to this angle. How do we know that? There's no value given, right? So it's a fair doubt that, okay, well, how should I prove it? So you prove it like this. You extend your tangents, right? You extend your tangents, right? It will meet at a point, let's say P. Generally, we call this external point as P, right? Now, as per the theorem, you know that if you draw tangents from an external point to a circle, okay, 2 tangents, their length is equal, right? All of you know that theorem. So I'm just going to say by theorem, PA is equals to PC, right? I hope there are no doubts here because length of tangents from an external point will be equal. If this is equal, then what is this triangle? This triangle is nothing but isosceles triangle, right? Meaning this angle and this angle is equal. So what will you write? You will write angle PAC is equals to angle PCA. Why? Because these are base angles of triangle PCA, which is isosceles. Everything needs to be written down so that you don't leave a room for confusion in the examiner's head, right? So write it. You need to earn your 2 marks, which is isosceles, right? So this is equal. Now you might be getting the answer, right? And what is this? It's a straight line. This is a straight line. So can I write PAC as? I can write PAC as, since it's a linear pair also, or simply it's a straight line, this angle plus this angle will give you 180 degrees, right? So I can write angle PAC as 180 minus angle BAC, right? If you have confusion, then PAC plus BAC is 180. So put this text to the other side, you get the value of PAC is equals to Same thing. So angle PCA, which is this, is nothing but 180 minus this angle, which is DCA, right? So we'll get 180 minus angle DCA. In the bracket, always mention Y. Just call it straight line angle. Examiner to understand why you have written 180 minus BAC. Now 180 cancels, negative negative cancels. Hence, angle BAC is equals to angle DCA. Hence, proved. Okay, so a question which you think is there is no numbers or no alphabets involved, don't get scared of those questions. Just keep your theorems in mind, and this was pretty evident. You already know what is isosceles triangle, and you already know what is a straight angle, so you can connect the dots and give your answers. Okay, moving on. Question number 25. Again, it has two parts. We will first solve part A. Very easy question. In what ratio is the line segment? Okay, this is your line segment. Let's call it A, let's call it B. So A is how much? A is 3 comma minus 5. Please do let me know in your comments whether the answers are matching or not. Even I can make a calculation mistake even though I've checked it twice. But yes, I'm also human, so mistakes can happen. Okay, I've done my best to make sure there are no calculation errors. Okay, so in what ratio is the line segment joining the point this and this divides the line? Now let's call this line as y is equals to x. Y is equals to x means if you are taking this coordinate will be a comma a. Why? Because any coordinate on this line, right, has y is equals to x. So if you substitute a, you get a. You substitute b, you get b. Hence, you can take the coordinates of them are equal. This is just a representation, right? Now, if you have to find the ratio, the general standard practice is call it k is to 1. Don't call it m is to n because you will have to do more effort to find the ratio. You get the value of k, that is your ratio. Now, since a is equals to a, so the first a will be equals to what? Same thing, mx2. Okay, I'm not going to write the formula. We have already used the section formula earlier in section A. So mx2, this is m, this is n. So x2 will automatically be this. So mx2 plus n x1 divided by m plus n, right? This is a. Parallelly, I'm also going to write the y coordinate. So this is your, this a, this is x guy. They are basically equal, but I'm still trying to represent it. So again, m y2, right? So because this is x2, of course, this is going to be y2. So you will have m y2 plus n y1, which is minus 5 divided by k plus 1. Now, since both of them are a, you can equate this expression and this expression. So you'll get minus k plus 3 minus k plus 3 upon k plus 1 is equals to 6k minus 5 divided by k plus 1. So understood, right? Why they have given y is equals to x? So there, if to find a ratio, there will be one condition always given to you. And the condition in this question is that whatever coordinate you find, right, which is your section formula, you use it and you find the coordinates, its x and y coordinate is equal. That is why we are equating this and this. Denominator is equal, cancel it. I generally move the negative numbers to the positive side, so I'm going to move minus k to the right and minus 5 to the left. So this becomes plus 5 over here, and we get 6k will remain on this place plus k. So you get 8 is equals to 7k, or k is equals to 8 by 7. Hence, ratio is 8 is to 7. That is your answer. Okay, easy. If not, you may say may not be easy, but again, see, these are all easy questions because there's only a small brainer involved over here that your condition x and y coordinates are equal. Okay, moving on, question number 25 ka B. Let me show you the question first. Question is you have three coordinates ABC are vertices of a triangle. Find the length of its median BE. Easy, provided you know what is a median. And I hope at this level, everyone should know what is a median, right? So let's, again, I'm gonna draw a triangle. It helps me visualize better, and I would advise you guys the same. So A is 3 comma 0, B is 6 comma 4, and C is minus 1 comma 3. Now, are the vertices of triangle ABC. Find the length of its median BE. What could be BE? Of course, E will be this because this is your B. So you need to find, this is your median. People who don't know what is a median is nothing but if you have to draw a line segment from one vertex on the midpoint of the opposite side, then this line is called median. So in this case, this will be your E. E is nothing but the midpoint of these two vertex. So 3, I hope everybody knows how to find median. Midpoint, it's simply x1 plus x2 by 2. So add this coordinate, divide by 2. So 3 minus 1 is 2 already. 2 by 2 gives you 1, right? Then this is again y1 plus y2 by 2. So 0 plus 3 by 2 is 3 by 2. This is the midpoint of side AC. Its opposite vertex is B. So the median BE is this. Now the question becomes easy. All you need to do is apply distance formula to find the length of the median. Same thing, x2 minus x1. Since I have taken B, this will be my x1 comma y1, and this will be my x2 comma y2. So x2 minus x1 का whole square plus y2 minus y1 का whole square. Simplify this. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Minus 5 का whole square is 25 plus. Another area where I'll give you how to do. See, you have a fraction and you have to subtract 4 number by a fraction. So logic says take LCM first. So the LCM becomes 2. You get a 3 over here minus 1 into 2. So you get 8 over here. Correct? Whole square. Now 3 minus 8 is nothing but minus 5. So this will become 5. Sorry, not 5. This is 25 plus you get minus 5 by 2 ka whole square. It's going step by step since fractions are involved. 25 plus 25 by 4. Right? Now I'll tell you one thing to avoid calculation or to reduce or simplify your calculation. Please keep checking what is common. Common in the sense, generally it's a fraction, right? So you can straight away take LCM, call it 100 plus 25. That is one way. What I advise is, if you see a perfect square inside an under root, immediately take it out. Why? Your effort of calculation will reduce. Now this is 25, it will come out as 5. And inside you can take LCM again. So 1 plus 1 by 4 becomes 5 by 4. So this is nothing but your, and if you see here 4 is also a perfect square, so you get 5 under root 5 divided by 2 units. This is the length of the median. Okay, this is the answer, right? I hope the calculation is correct. As I said, I've checked it twice, so if it's not right, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, moving to section C. So at each section the questions complexity may increase, may not increase, but the steps, the length of the question and the solution will definitely increase in most of the questions, right? So let's start with question section C. Okay, I will take a new page. This is section C. Okay, so if we talk about section A, the first question is question number 25A. Sorry, 25 is done. It is 26. 26a. Right? This is 25, right? I hope I've numbered it correctly. Okay, so 26a. What does it say? This is an arithmetic progression question. It's a standard question and has come earlier in your exams. If you guys would have solved previous year papers, this question is also there in most of the books. R.S. Agarwal, NCERT, I'm not sure. I don't follow that, but yeah, even in ICSC, this is there. Okay, so what it says, if the sum of first m terms of an AP, as soon as they say sum, you have to use the SN formula. Sum of first m terms of an AP is same as sum of its first n terms, and m is not equals to n. Then show that the sum of its first m plus n terms is 0. Now, agreed, this question is not so simple because we will need to apply common sense, plus you need to have practice of solving questions where you are proving something, especially in arithmetic progression. So I'll tell you how to approach this question. First, because you are not clear on what is sum of first m terms, let's write the sum of first m plus n terms. Sum of m plus n terms will be what? Wherever you had n, you replace it with m plus n. So here generally you have Sn is equals to n by 2. So you replace it with m plus n, right? This remains as 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, this is the formula. But instead of n, now we need to write m plus n minus 1 times d. Let me highlight it so that you guys know what is n replaced with. It is m plus n, right? So basically, we need to show that this particular expression is 0, or this is 0, at least m plus n is 0, or we can show that this is 0, right? Leave it. Equation 1. Let's go to the condition. The condition says that sum of first m terms of an AP is equals to the sum of first n terms. This is the condition. Let's substitute the formula and let's see without much thinking how will we get it. Here we'll have m by 2 bracket 2a plus m minus 1 times d. Make sure don't make mistake, this is m, so you need to replace this with m. This is your standard n, so n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Cancel whatever is being cancelled. So this 2 and this 2 will cancel out, right? Nothing else gets cancelled out because you have m outside and n here, and rest everything is in a single bracket, which is not same. So we are left with no choice rather than opening the bracket. So open it. M into 2a becomes 2am plus m into m minus 1 times d is equals to 2an plus n into n minus 1 times d. Now we are stuck. What to do? Hint is always given in what are you trying to prove. So if you look over here, we need to have this expression. If you this, because either we need to show this as 0, this bracket, or if we solve this and we might get m plus n as 0, then also we are done. We have proved it. So the hint is a and d terms should be on the same side, right, or together. So this is your a terms, right, and this is your d terms. So first of all, let's make them on one side and let's see what do we get. And remember, we need m plus n, right? So I am going to transfer this on the left hand side because I've used to solving on the left hand side. So 2a m minus 2a n. Okay, and I'm going to put this in a bracket so that it's more visible. And I'll put a big bracket. I'm going to open this. So what do I get? I'll get m square minus m d minus, now I'm moving it to the left side. At the same time I'll open this, right, because I've already taken care of this plus with a minus on the left hand side. So I'll get n square minus n, bracket will remain intact, d is equals to 0. Since I have moved everything on the left hand side, there's nothing on the right hand side, so don't keep it blank, it becomes 0. Let's take 2a common. So you take 2a common from this, you get m minus n. This is the magic step. You will see some things happening over here. Then I'm going to keep my d outside. So I'm going to take d common, right? So this, there are two terms. Take the d outside. What do you get? Let's open this. You will get m square minus m minus n square plus n, right? This is what we get when you open it and you take d outside. Now look at the magic. M square minus n square, right? Because now, see, we need to make sure that we see something like m plus n, right? Which you don't see right now. So most probably we'll get this thing, right? This expression ka value we'll get. Now this is m minus n, right? If I take m square minus n square, I can form another m minus n ka terms, m minus n plus bracket m square minus n square. I'm keeping it together, okay, and I'm highlighting it so that you know. So I'm just rearranging it over here. I have shifted this to the left and I'm going to shift this to the right. Now I can see m minus n, this is a square minus b square. I will get another a minus b and a plus b from here. So one m minus n is again for sure. What about this? This looks like minus m plus n, right? But what if I take this minus common? Then this plus will become minus. So what we do? Take minus, put a bracket and write m minus n. D is equals to 0. If you open it, it's nothing but m square minus n square written over here and minus m and minus minus plus n. So it's the same expression, right? Okay. So it's almost done. 2a m minus n plus m square minus n square becomes m minus n bracket m plus n minus m minus n. D is equals to 0. So I've just opened this formula, a square minus b square. Now if you see, m minus n is here, m minus n is here, m minus n is here. Take it common. Put a big bracket, you get 2a plus, put a curly bracket, you get m plus n minus 1. D is equals to 0. Now this looks like a very big bracket, but it's a bracket only, right? So either this is 0 or this is 0. If you put m minus n as 0, you will get m is equals to n, not possible as given in the question, right? So this is not possible. I'll just write as given. Okay. Now, or this will be 0. So look at this, 2a plus bracket m plus n minus 1 times d is 0. You see the magic? This is 2a plus m minus n minus 1 is d. So 2a plus m plus n minus 1 is d. This term is 0. So you can say from equation 1, s of m plus n becomes m plus n by 2, 0. You put this 0 over here. Hence proved. As I said, it's a good question. So either you need to have some practice of solving these type of questions, or you need to be pretty good at maths or with your common sense. Okay. It can also be for 4 marks, but yeah, they have given it for 3 marks. Okay, moving on to question number 26b. This is fairly easy. So they're saying in an AP, so good you have an option over here. I would advise you to go for option B because calculation wise also this will take lesser time. In an AP, the sum of 3 consecutive terms. Let me show you the question, and again it is standard. Standard in the sense, whenever they talk about 3 consecutive terms, don't take it to be A plus D and A plus 2D. No, big no. Take it to be A minus D, A and A plus D. This is also mentioned in your standard textbooks, right? So in an AP, the sum of 3 consecutive terms is 24. Standard question. If you have solved AP properly, you would have easily solved this question. So you can say let the 3 terms be A minus D, A and A plus D. So the sum will be what? A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equals to 24. Okay. And if you know this gets cancelled, 3A is equals to 24. you directly get your first term as, first term in the sense you get your a, or second term in this case as 8. This is done. Second statement says that sum of their squares. Okay, sum of their squares, this is important. So you square it and then sum it, because it's saying sum of their squares is 194, meaning you square the terms first. So a minus d का square plus a square plus a plus d का square is 194. Two equations, pretty easy, solve it, no brainer. In short, it's not complicated, it's lengthy, little bit. Now open the bracket and don't just write it as a square plus d square. I've seen people writing like this. This is a minus b whole square. You have to expand it properly using the formulas. A square plus d square, and do not substitute the value of a. First simplify it and then substitute the values to help you ease out your calculations. Minus 2 ad plus a square remains as it is. Then a plus b square का formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab is 194. I'm calling b, but it is d. This and this gets cancelled. You have 1, 2, 3. 3a square term, so this becomes 3a square. 1, 2. You have 2d square term, so plus 2d square is equals to 194. Right? You need to find d, so keep it here. 194 minus 3. A is how much? 8. So 64, or 2d square is equals to 194 minus 64. This is 2, 192. Right? So d square becomes 2 by 2, or in short, d is plus minus 1. Okay, it's not just plus 1, plus minus 1. Remember, if your variable you're finding has a square or it's n, then you have n values. Since it's 2 over here, it will have 2 values. Okay, we'll use both and we'll find. That's it. Now what will be our terms? So when d is plus 1, what do we get? A minus d will be 8 minus 1. In short, 7. A will be 8, writing it here, form to look in a sequence. A plus d will be 8 plus 1 or 9. In short, this is the 3 consecutive terms. Or you write both the answers, right? D is equals to minus 1. Now it will reverse, the order will reverse. A minus d, or 8 minus minus 1 becomes 9. A is already 8, and a plus d will become 8 plus of minus 1 or 7, right? So both of them are the, so either your AP is 789 or it is 987, both of them are correct, right? So write both the values to get full marks. Okay, moving on. So now we have question number 27. Again, standard question. I hope you guys solved previous year's papers because a lot of questions have come. Standard question, right? Prove that under root 5 is an irrational number. Is an IR. I call it IR. Irrational number. Okay, how do we do it? Very simple. First of all, there's a standard procedure, right? If you go, you can go and refer your books, but I'll explain you how do you prove it. So the first step to proving a number is irrational is assuming that it is rational. So let under root 5 is equals to p by q is an rational number. We'll call it Rn. Okay, is a rational number, right? And if you know, a rational number can be represented in p by q form, where p and q cannot have a common factor other than 1. So we don't call it out, right? P and q cannot have a common factor. Fraction is always written in its simplest form. Okay, so let's see. First step you do is, and I am saying again, this is standard steps, so I'm telling you the book steps because that is the best way I figured out. Squaring both sides. P square both sides, root 5 becomes 5, you get P square by Q square, right? Then you cross multiply. So you get 5 Q square is equals to P square. Call it equation 1. Now understand this thing. What does 5Q square means? In short, it means that P square has a factor as 5. Factor in the 5 sense that you can divide P square by 5 as a whole, right? For example, if you look here, if I write, okay, P is equals to 5 into 4, or in short 20, right? 20 is equals to 5 into 4. It simply means that 4 divides 20 as a whole, you get 5, right? So we can say that P square or 5 is a factor of P square. Okay. Now, important point. Hence, P is not P, hence 5 is also a factor of P. Confusing. Why? Good question. See, whenever you are in confusion, take a number. P square, in short, it's a perfect square. So I'll show you over here. Okay, let P be 5. Okay, so P square becomes 25, right? What are the factors of 25? So assuming that for 25, 5 is a factor, right? Is a factor. So 5 is a factor for P as well, correct? Take any other number, take 64, right? So this is P square. What is P? P is 8. Take any factor of 64. You can take 2, you can take 3, not 3. You can take 4, you can take 16, right? P square 18, 5. So you can take 2, 4, and you can simply say that, okay, if 2 is a factor of 64, then 2 is also a factor of 8, right? You can say that. Hence, 5 is also a factor of P. Okay. So what do you say? Fine. 5 is also a factor of P. So we can write P as, okay, you will write P as 5, let's say A. Okay. We can call it out. Yes, we can call it out. Now, substituting this value in equation 1. Why are we doing it? Because we have shown that 5 is a factor of P, right? If we show that 5 is also a factor of Q, then we will prove that this number is not rational. If it's not rational, then the only possibility is irrational. Okay, that is why we are proving in this way. So put it there. So we'll get 5Q square is equals to 5A whole square, or 5Q square is equals to 25A square. Cancel this and you see that Q square also has a factor of 5. Right? How do you write factors? You write factor as multiples. So 5 into A square. So A square is also a multiple of Q square, and 5 is also a multiple of Q square. So since 5 is a factor of Q square, right? Hence 5 is also a factor of Q. So under root 5, which is P by Q, cannot be a rational number since P and Q both have a common factor 5, right? Since it has a common factor, hence root 5 is an irrational number. That's how you prove it. Okay, so this is straightforward, but yes, you need to understand that you have to show, the logic is that you have to show that P and Q both have a common factor. And how do you do that? Using these conclusions. Okay, moving on to question number 28. So again, 28 has two parts. We will start with question number 28A. Now, this question is a little tricky. It looks easy, but you need to know one theorem which is called as alternate segment theorem if you want to show this. Okay, so let's start with making the diagram. So you have a circle. Inside the circle, you have a diameter which is extended, and then you have a tangent over here. Let me move it up. Okay, and another triangle is formed with these. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, you move it up and then you bring it here. So the labeling says this is Q, this is B, this is external point P, this is center O. This angle is given as 30 degrees. This is A. The question is simply saying that if angle QAB or BAQ, whatever you want to call it, is 30 degrees, then prove that. So we need to prove that BQ is equals to BP, meaning this side and this side are equal. Now, as soon as they say this side is equal, you might be thinking, what if I show that this is a isosceles triangle? Yes, this is the correct way of doing it. So in short, you need to find angles, right? If you find all the angles, and if this angle and this angle are same, then you prove that BQ and BP are same. Okay. So let's start with finding the angles. So this is 30 degrees. Okay. This is not given, this is not given, neither any of the angles are given. So this brings back the theorems from class 9th. So if you remember, there was a theorem in class 9th which says that if the diameter, right, diameter is also a chord, if the diameter subtends an angle on the circumference, it is 90 degrees. Okay, it is 90 degrees. In short, if it's a semicircle, then you draw a triangle in a semicircle, then this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, it's a theorem. Another theorem to back this up is this chord subtends 180-degree angle at the center. So on the circumference, the same chord will subtend half of it. Right? So I'm not going too much detail. Just remember that the diameter of a circle will subtend 90-degree angle at the center. So this becomes 90 degrees. Angle AQB is 90 degrees. I'm just gonna write by circle theorem. Okay, now if this is 90, then this can be easily found. This will become how much? This will become 60 degrees, right? So ABQ, angle ABQ is equals to how much? 180 minus angle 30 plus 90 by ASP. So 30 plus 90 by ASP. ASP is nothing but angle sum property. So 180 minus 120 becomes 60 degrees. So ABQ comes out as 60 degrees. Okay, so we are moving closer to finding these angles, but we need this angle as well. So this is a straight line. If this is a straight line, this will form a linear pair. In short, angle QBP will be 120 degrees. Angle QBP is 180 minus angle OBQ or ABQ, whatever you want to call it. So this becomes 180 minus 60 degrees. You can write straight line, or you can also write linear pair. So linear pair means they are adjacent angles plus they are supplementary, right? Oh, okay, is equals to 120 degrees. Okay, cool. Now this is we found everything, but how do we find this, right? You cannot use ASP because one of the angles is not known. Now this is the important part over here. There is a theorem called alternate segment theorem. So whoever knows this would have solved this question alternate segment theorem. What does this theorem says? This theorem says if a chord, right, if a chord and tangent forms an angle x degrees, right, then the same chord will subtend the same angle on the circumference or in the alternate segment. Okay, I'm not going to write the theorem. So in short, this angle and this angle are equal. Why? Because the alternate segment theorem says if a tangent and a chord, okay, at the same point, at the point of tangent, whatever angle they make, that angle will be same as the angle made by the same chord on this alternate segment. So if you see, this is a chord, so this becomes your minor segment, this becomes your major segment, right? So this is your alternate segment. In short, this angle is nothing but 30 degrees. Okay, so angle BQP is 30 degrees, right? If BQP is 30 degrees, then we can easily find BPQ. So angle BPQ will be 180 minus 120 plus 30 degrees by ASP, and hence 180 minus 150, which makes it 30 degrees. Since angle BQP and angle BPQ are same, hence BQP is an isosceles triangle, hence BQ is equals to BP, hence proved. Okay, this is how we will prove this question. So it's a good question because generally this theorem we leave. Why? It comes later in the book. But to make sure, whatever, if you're doing one chapter, then do it completely. Okay, moving on to question number, the second part, the or part of this. Okay, that is also not very tough, provided you guys know the concepts. Okay, so question number 28B is, let me show you the question once. See, this is the question. Okay, this was 28A, which we have done. This is 28B. So it's saying in the given figure, AB, BC, CD, and EA are tangents to the circle with center O forming a quadrilateral ABCD. Show that AOB and COD are 180 degrees. Okay, so let's make small diagram so that we understand what's going on. Okay, I am gonna make the tangents. Okay, fine. Let me make it like this, make it like this, and one will become a little shorter, but that's fine. Okay, so this is one, right? This is center O. So A, B, C, D. This is O, and then they have lines joining to the center. This is becoming a curve. Okay, so join everything. This is I'm making the diagram to explain you better. Okay, now we know that now it may not look like, but if you draw, you know this theorem, this will become, we'll break it. Okay, we'll break these angles into further angles. I'll tell you why. Okay, why? Because we know that angle, okay, or tangents from an external point are equal. Okay, so I'm gonna call this as E and this as F. Okay, it will be true for all of them, but I'll show you for one. Now see, what's happening is we will show that this triangle and this triangle are congruent, right? I hope you guys remember a little bit concept of congruency. So congruency means that both these triangles are equal. Their corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are also equal. How do we prove that? So OF will be equals to OE by radius. So 1s. Okay, we'll try to prove it by triple S. It's one of the postulates. So OF is equals to OE. Then AF is equals to AE. How? This is tangents from an external point. So they will also be equal. This will be equal. This will be equal. And AO is common side, right? So if it's common, then you can clearly say that hence by triple S postulate triangle OFA is congruent to triangle OEA. Hence by CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Hence, what I'm trying to reach here is this angle will be equal, right? This angle will be equal. So if I call this as, let's say, X, this will also be X. Clear? Because this is 90, this is 90, they are equal, and this angle will be equal. So in short, angle AOF and angle, okay, angle AOF and angle AOE will be equal. Similarly, in this particular triangle, these two are also congruent. So in short, if this is Y, this is also Y. Okay. Same with this. These two triangles are also congruent. Hence by CPCT, if this is Z, this is also Z. And same with these two triangles, right? They are also congruent. Hence, if this is P, this is also P, right? If this is clear, then all you need to write is x plus y plus y plus z plus p is equals to how much? This is equals to 360 degrees. Why? I generally call it the round angle or angle at a point. It will be what? Start from here, you come full circle, you will measure 360 degrees, right? Okay. Now let's call it as 2x plus 2y plus 2z plus 2p is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, adding the like terms, so x plus x, y plus y, z plus z, and p plus p. Then taking 2 common, so we'll get x plus y plus z plus p is equals to 360 degrees. 360 and this cancels, so we get x plus y, put this in one bracket, plus z plus p is equals to 180 degrees. So we have almost done. Now you must be thinking, where is angle AOB? So if you look closely, this is angle AOB, correct? If this is angle AOB, what is forming this angle? X plus y is forming this angle. And similarly, if you look at COD, then Z plus P is forming the angle. So x plus y is nothing but angle AOB plus Z plus P is nothing but angle COD. And hence we have proved that angle AOB plus angle COD is equals to 180 degrees. This is relatively simpler provided you are aware of congruency. Okay, and you are ready to go an extra mile by using congruency, because it's not in 10th, but it's there in 9th. So whatever you have learned before 10th, you are assumed to know those concepts. Okay, let's move on to question number 29th. This is a good question, and it will take some effort and some brains to prove this. Let's prove this. So they're saying prove that. Let me show you the question. I'm not going to write the entire question. This is saying that prove that 1 plus sec theta minus tan theta upon 1 plus sec theta plus tan theta is equals to 1 minus sin theta by cos theta. Okay, so we will start with left hand side because it has more expressions. So start from the side which has more expressions. LHS, written at the LHS, it is 1 plus sec theta minus tan theta divided by 1 plus sec theta plus tan theta. Generally what happens, even I advise my students to break this into sine and cos, and even your RHS is hinting us that your result will be sine and cos. So we can try that, okay, but there's a problem. I'll show you. Okay, you write 1 upon cos theta, you write minus sine theta upon cos theta. Then you take LCM. Ultimately, you get cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta. Same thing you get over here. So we end up in a loop, right? So we don't proceed. In short, we don't go one step closer to the right hand side. So it means then we are going wrong. We need to change our approach. Now look at this. If you look at this, this is A and this is B, right? So this is something like A minus B and A plus B. Generally, if you see A minus B and A plus B, what you do is you multiply and divide with the A minus B term. So I'm gonna multiply and divide this expression with A minus B. Okay, A minus B upon A minus B is nothing but 1. So you are allowed to multiply anything by 1. It's called multiplicative identity where the result doesn't change. Right? Now, let me put a bracket so that you understand better what we're trying to do. Now this is A minus B into A minus B. So what we'll get? A minus B ka whole square. So A1 plus sec theta minus tan theta. I'm gonna write it so that you look at it as A minus B ka whole square. Whole divided by, this is nothing but A plus B into A minus B, which is A square minus B square. So this is A, so A square minus B. B is tan theta, or in short, we write it as tan square theta. Okay, so this becomes A square minus B square. Now what do? Don't expand this expression because it will become big. We need to make sure, see, anyways, our denominator, whatever we have to prove is cos theta. So let's open this and see if this is getting simplified first. So copy this 1 plus sec theta minus tan theta whole square divided by, now open this. This is what? A plus B ka whole square. So this will become A square, 1 square is 1, plus B square plus 2AB. So 2 into 1 into sec theta will become 2 sec theta minus tan square theta. Right? Now this expanded. Look at this. What is this? Sec square theta minus tan square theta is nothing but 1. Right? So let's write it. Continue copying this. This will be a little lengthy because it's a good question. So 1 plus 1. Okay, I'm highlighting this to show you that this is the product of sec square theta minus tan square theta plus 2 sec theta remains as it is. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So you get 2 plus 2 sec theta. Okay, 1 plus sec theta whole square. Sorry, not whole square, minus tan theta whole square divided by 2 plus 2 sec theta. Now, if you see, we have simplified to a certain extent. From here, we have reached, and if you see, if you take 2 common, you can see 1 plus x. Now we'll open the numerator. So A square, okay, this is your A minus B. So we will apply A minus B whole square, which is A square plus B square minus 2AB. So 2 tan theta into 1 plus sec theta whole divided by twice take 2 common 1 plus sec theta. Okay, I hope till here it's clear. I know this is lengthy, but this is the best solution I could come up with. You can tell me in the comment section if you guys have a better solution. Eli and learn. Okay, so now what we'll do, this is A plus B minus C divided by D. So what you will do, A by D plus B by D minus C by D, as in we will separate out with the denominator, and since 2 is common, so let's take this Let's take this to outside so we can avoid writing it. 1 plus sec theta whole square divided by 1 plus sec theta. Okay, I'm separating with the denominator. Tan square theta can be written as what? Sec square theta minus 1 divided by 1 plus sec theta. Again, I'm highlighting to show that tan square theta has been written as sec square theta minus 1 minus 2 tan theta into 1 plus sec theta whole divided by 1 plus sec theta, bracket closed. So 1 plus sec theta goes here, also 1 plus sec theta goes. What about this? Same thing. This is a square and this is b square. So 1 can be written as 1 square, right? The result doesn't change. Now we get 1 by 2. This fraction simplifies to just 1 plus sec theta, okay? Plus, I'll get sec theta minus 1. Again, I'm doing a square minus b square ka formula, a minus b into a plus b whole divided by 1 plus sec theta minus 2 tan theta is what is remaining from this fraction. If you see, this is nothing but b plus a plus b. So it doesn't matter. A plus b and b plus a will give you the same result. So cancel this, right? So as you cancel this, now what do we get? 1 by 2, 1 plus sec theta plus sec theta minus 1 minus 2 tan theta. We are slowly approaching the answer, and if you see, it's taking 2 pages, but it's worth it. 1 gets cancelled. Sec theta plus sec theta becomes 1 by 2 bracket 2 sec theta minus 2 tan theta. I hope you can see the result now. Take 2 common, you get sec theta minus tan theta. 2 cancels. Now do what we discussed in the beginning. Sec theta is nothing but 1 upon cos theta. Tan theta is nothing but sin theta by cos theta, and there is a result. 1 minus sin theta by cos theta, which is equals to RHS, hence proved. Okay, so guys, I know this is lengthy, but just to recall, we are using other approach because changing this to sine and cos is not working. It will form a loop, right? Again, you will have to do the same thing. So why not do it at step 1? This is a minus b, so and this is a plus b. So we are using a minus b multiplication and division. Then we multiply them. Then we open the denominator to simplify it. Once we simplify it, we open the numerator as well. Then separate it through the denominators and then cancel out, perform basic calculation, and we get our answer. Okay, let's start with question number 30. This is relatively easier question. You simply have to find the mean, and the table and the class interval is continuous, so we don't have to worry about the discontinuous tables. It says in a test, the marks obtained by 100 students out of 50. Out of 50 means these are the number of students, okay? Marks obtained. So 12 students scored between 0 to 10. 23 students scored between 10 to 20. These are 100 students, right? And marks are given out of 50. Okay, find the mean marks of the students. So let's make a table. Table is important here, right? And so what you write? You write CI, you write X, and you write frequency, right? So the first is 0 to 10. What will be the class mark? It will be 5. People who don't know how to find class mark, add the lower limit plus upper limit, divide by 2. That is your class mark. You will get 5. Then 10 to 20, you get 15. Then 20 to 30. This is all calculation. There is no complexity. Please do attempt these questions. Stats, you should never leave. 30 to 40, you get 35, and 40 to 50. There are 6 students who scored 40 to 50. Now, frequency of the students. So, sorry, this was, sorry, my bad. This is not 6. This, Oh, this is 6 only, right? Sorry, this is 45. Okay, got confused with the frequency. Now frequency, how many kids scored between 0 to 10? 12. 23 scored between 0 to 10 to 20. 34 kids scored between 20 to 30. And 25 scored 30 to 40, and only 6 brainers people or hardworking people got between 40 to 50. So everyone knows, I hope you guys know the formula for finding the mean. What do you have to find? You will have to find fx, right? So simple, 5 into 12 becomes 60, right? You find it. 15 into 23, okay? So you can do multiplication, 15 into 20, I'll break it. So 15 into 23 can be written as 20 plus 3. 15 into 20 becomes 300, 300 plus 15 into 3 becomes 45. So 345. Okay, this is what we get. We calculated it. So let me cross check. Yeah, it comes out to be 345. Same thing, 25 into 34. Do like this, 25 into 30 plus 4. 25 into 30 will give you 750 plus 100, which will give you 850. And same thing here, 25 and 35 into 25. So 25 into 30 plus 5, right? So you get again 750 plus 125. Okay, so this will give you 875. 875. And 45 into 6 will give you, so you can do this into 6. So 0, 3 carries over, 270. Now add it. This is your summation fx. Summation f you already know. How do you know? Out of 100 students. You don't have to calculate this. If you want to, 4 plus 6, 10, 20, 0, 2 carries over, 5, 500. But keep your eyes and ears open. The question only gives you the value sometimes. So marks obtained by 100 students. Summation f is directly given. All you need to find is summation fx. Add it. 5, 5 will give you 1, 0. 1 carries forward. 6, 4, 10. Okay, 10, 11, 16, 16 plus 14, 30. 0 again, 3 carries over. 8 plus 2, 10. And 18, 18 plus 6, 24. 2400. Okay, this is my calculation. Mean is nothing but summation fx upon summation f. So you get 2400 divided by 100. Mean marks, in short, the average marks people got is 24 out of 50. So this is the average score by most number of students. This is the average mark. Okay. Moving to question number 31. It's easy provided you know how to write a 2-digit number by breaking them. Okay. So if you want to write a 2-digit number, let me first show you that. Let's say there is a 12 number, right? And if you want to write it, you can write it like this. So this is the tens place and this is the units place, right? This we learned very early in our age, so we might not remember it, but I'll help you remind you. So what do you write? Because it's tens place, so we write 1 into 10 plus, okay? So this is your tens place. And because it's unit place, we write 1 into 2. If you see, the result is same. It's still 12. So you can break the 2-digit number like this. This is for your explanation. So we will say, so the question first says is, question says in a 2-digit number, right? The digit at the units place is 5 less than the digit at the tens place. So you will have to form equations in x and y by taking a two-digit number as x and y. Okay, so let's take this first and then I'll come back to the question. Little tricky, but yeah, you should be knowing this question if you have prepared well. So let the two-digit number be xy. Okay, your two-digit number is xy. Now, what is it saying? The digit at the units place, which is y. Okay, digit at the units place is y, is 5 less than the digit at the tens place. So the units place digit is 5 less than the tens place, right? This is what it means. 5 less means it's less than 5, right? So one equation you get is y is equals to x minus 5. This is equation 1. Give me a second. Okay, now going back to the question. Second line says the product of the digits is 36. This is pretty simple. Product of the digits is 36. In short, x into y is 36. Okay. Now when I write xy, it doesn't mean that the number is 36. Okay. X dot y is 36. Product of the numbers is 36. Right. That's it. You have two equations, you have two variables, you can easily solve it. The best way is simultaneous method. So what we'll do, we'll take the value of y from equation 1 and we will put it over here. So we'll get from equation 2 x into x minus 5 is equals to 36, right? Open it, x square minus 5x minus 36, you get a quadratic equation. Everybody is aware of factorization of the quadratic equation. So your AC is 36, your B is minus 5. How do we get this? You will need to factorize. So the factor which you can break this into factors. The first way is 9 and 4, right? So you can break it into minus 9x plus 4x minus 36 is equals to 0. So x minus 9 plus 4 x minus 9 is equal to 0. So you get x plus 4 and you get x minus 9 is equals to 0. Now, which value to take? Of course, it's a two-digit number and they did not say that it is negative, right? So, of course, the digit cannot be negative, right? X is equals to minus 4, not possible. So, you will take x is equals to 9. This is your first digit. Okay, x is equals to 9. If x is equals to 9 from equation 1, y is equals to what? X minus 5 or y is equals to 9 minus 5 or y is equals to 4. Hence, the two-digit number is how much? Is 94. This is your number 94. Okay, product you can see 9 into 4 is 36 to verify, and 4 is 5 less than the digit in the tens place. Okay, relatively easier question. The only thing you need to know is how to represent a two-digit number by breaking it. That's why it can be written as 10x plus y, right? So if a number is xy, it can also be written as 10x plus y. So remember that. Okay, let's start with section D. So let me put the heading on top. Section D. Okay, let me show you what is question first in section D. So this contains 4 questions of 5 marks. Let me show you the questions first. This is section D. This section consists of 4 questions of 5 marks each, right? So these are the big ones where you can score more marks in a single shot, but of course there will be more steps involved. So let's look at the first one. Question number 32A says using graphical method solve the following system of equations. This is nothing but simultaneous pair of linear equations where we will need to use the graphical method. So let's write the values. Actually, I've drawn it. So if you look here, let me show this to you once again. Okay, let's take a new page. Before going here, let's first find the coordinates. So the first line we have is, this is question number 32A. Line 1 is 3x plus 5 plus 4 is equals to 0. Write y is equals to, because we will need coordinates, right? Let's form a table, small table. So we will need three coordinates. Remember, two coordinates is more than enough to plot a line, but for your examinations, they expect you to plot 3 points or three coordinates. This is x, this is y. If you take x as 1, right? So if you take x as 1, you will get y as minus 3, 1, minus 4. In short, minus 7. This is all you need to do to plot a line. Find the coordinates by using the system of equations or equation given. Then you can take one point as 0. So when you take it as 0, you get minus 4. And we can take one point as, let's say, minus 2. If you take it as minus 3 minus 2, you get 6 minus 4, or in short, you get 2. So these are the three coordinates 1, 2, and 3 for line number 1, which is in black. Second line we have is 3x minus y plus 2 is equals to 0. So y will be equals to 3x plus 2. Let's form a small table for this as well, and the rest is just plotting. We make three tables, x, y. So you can take x as 1. When you take x as 1, you get y as 5. Pretty easy calculation, 3 into 1 plus 2. When you take x as 0, you will get y as 2. And let's take y as what? You can take it minus 3, right? Let's take 3 into, let's take minus 2 plus 2. So you get minus 6 plus 2 or minus 4. So at minus 2 it is minus 4. Okay, these are the coordinates. Now let's draw a straight line or the coordinate axis. Make sure you use a graph paper and use a pencil to draw it. Don't use a pen in case something goes wrong. You can always erase it and come back. So this is 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to write all the points. 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, so on. And minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, this is minus 5. So look at the coordinates. The first one is 1 comma minus 7. So 1 comma minus 7 will be here, right? Minus 7. So 1 means shift 1 units to the right and then come 7 units down. So this is our point 1 comma minus 7. Okay. Then you have 0 comma minus 4. 0 means if x ka value is 0, it means the point is on the y-axis. Okay. So remember that. So 0 comma minus 4. Minus 4 will be over here. This is 0 comma minus 4. Then you have minus 2 comma 2. So minus 2 comma means you shift 2 units to the left and then 2 units to the up. So this will be your point minus 2 comma 2. Now take a straight line and join them. Okay, make sure it passes through all the points you have drawn. So please use a ruler for this. Okay, make sure you use a ruler for this. Okay, this is L1, and always write the equation of line next to it. So this is 3x plus y plus 4 is equals to 0. Let's plot the other one. So the first point is 1 comma 5. 1 comma 5 will be shift 1 units up and 5 units up. So this is 4, this is 5. So 1 comma 5 is over here. 0 comma 2. As I said, it will be on the y-axis. 0 comma 2 will be over here. And the last point is minus 2, minus 4. So minus 2 is here, 1, 2, minus 4 is over here. So this is our third point. Join this, and the point of intersection is your solution. Okay, it will go a little to the left and little up, right? So if you look here, the point is nothing but, so it's coming a bit down, but it will be minus 1 comma minus 1, right? If you draw it with your scale, because it has smaller blocks, mine has a little bigger. That's why the point was not exactly at minus 1 comma 1, but this is your answer. That is what is meant by solve the following system of equations. So it has a unique solution, right? This is your answer. Now you can verify this whether this is right or wrong. How? You have the equation, and you know the, I hope you guys know the elimination method, right? So write the equation, 3x minus y is equals to minus 2. So this is ax plus b is equals to c form. Elimination method means eliminate one variable. So I already have a variable term similar with opposite signs. Add it directly. Add it, you get how much? 6x is equals to minus 6. And there we go. X is equals to minus 1, which is matching the x coordinate. This is correct. From equation 2, we can take y is equals to what? We have found over here 3x plus 2, right? So we get 3x. What is x? Minus 1 from here plus 2. Again, it comes out to be minus 3 plus 2 or minus 1. So yes, whatever we have found is correct. You can do this in the rough. You can also do it on the fair. Nobody is stopping you. You're just verifying your answer. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is the OR part. We'll do both. 32B. This is a word problem. Let's see what does it transform into. What type of equations do we get? Tara scored 40 marks in a test. You can assume yourself. Getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Pretty simple. Let x be the number of right questions. You can write it like this, okay? Hold on. Let x and y be the number of right and wrong questions respectively. Okay, very good word in English, respectively. So you can use, you don't have to write let x be the right questions and then y be the wrong questions. You can use it together. So what happens if you are answering x number of questions, you get 3 marks for it. So if you get 2 answers right, you get 3 into 2. If you get 5 answers right, 5 questions right, you get 3 into 5. So 3x. Then negative mark 1 into y, which is the wrong questions, is equals to what? 40. Because Tara has got 40 marks, getting 3 marks, 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Simplified, 3x minus y is equals to 40. Equation 1. Looks like we'll get a simultaneous linear equation. Second statement says, had 4 marks been given to each correct answer and 2 marks were deducted for each wrong answer, her total marks would have been 50. That is your second equation. So we have got 2 simultaneous equations and we can solve it. Before you solve it, please simplify your equations. Take 2 common. You will get 2 common from this. 2x minus y is equals to 50. cancel this, you get 2x minus y is equals to 25. Equation 2. I'm gonna copy this equation here because it makes me calculate this better because they are written together. Now, elimination method again as we did here. Now the terms are same but the signs are also same. In this case, subtract. Subtract means 2x minus 3x, so put a minus. Minus y minus of minus y becomes plus. 25 minus 40, put a minus. And because you have taken care of the signs, we will just add it. 2x minus 3x is minus x. This goes off. We get minus 15. 25 minus 40 is minus 15. So Tara answered 15 questions correct, right? So 3 into 15. So she could have scored 45, but she scored 40, meaning from equation 2, right? 2 into 15 minus y is equals to 25, or 30 minus 25 is equals to y. Pretty obvious that the incorrect questions were 5. That's why it came down from 45 to 40. This is your answer. Easy questions for 5 marks. So word problems or graphical method. So this is a bonus to you guys. If you would have scored this, good for you. Moving on to question number 33, A and B, right? I believe most of you would be running from these questions because it is prove that. Okay, let's see. Question number 33A. 33A says, let me show you, pretty popular question. If you guys would have applied or done previous year papers, you would have scored this. 33A says, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then prove that the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. This is nothing but your Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. Let's have a look. How do we prove it? In case anybody has confusion on how to prove it, it's not late to learn it, even though it's not going to come. But yeah, for people who are in ninth, you guys can have a look. So it is saying, let's make a triangle. Okay, this is a triangle. Make it a little big. Oops. Okay, right, let me draw it again and make it a little big because I need to explain it. Okay, this is a triangle. What it's saying is, if we draw a parallel line to one of the sides, so let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. So this is the line we are drawing parallelly to the third side, and we can call it as A, B, C, D and E. Then if this parallel line cuts the other two sides, which is AB and AC, in distinct points, then we have to prove that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. In short, the ratio of their sides is equal. This is what we have to prove. Let's see, how do we prove it? Okay, it's not very complicated, provided you first have to do the construction right. So I'm going to tell you what to construct. So what you do is, you first join this. Okay, I'm not going to write it, I'm just going to do it directly. So join B to E. Okay, and then join, let me use the other color, D to C. Okay, what happens? You get two triangles now, D E B and E C D. I've highlighted this. If somebody knows why have I highlighted, I've highlighted because we are going to use a theorem which says, if two triangles have the same base or share the same base, and they are between the same parallel lines, their area is equal. This is the theorem which helps us prove the Thales theorem. Okay, so remember this. We are going to use this condition that triangle area of triangle DBE and area of triangle DEC is exactly same. Why? Because they are contained between two parallel lines and their base is same. Okay. Now draw. We need to also find the area of triangle ADE. So draw a line perpendicular to AD. Let me use this color. Okay, this is perpendicular. Okay, and similarly, let's call this as let's call it as M. Okay, and then draw another perpendicular on the side AC. We'll call this N. This is your construction. Remember this. Okay, start with the same triangle ka areas and then drop a perpendicular on triangle ADE. Now what we'll do, we'll find area of triangle ADE, which is this triangle. How do you find area of triangle? All of you know the formula, half into base into height. So I generally don't call it height. I call it, you can call it altitude. This makes more sense. Or call it perpendicular height. Okay. Chalo, fine. For you guys, I'm gonna write it as height, but it is perpendicular to the base, right? So we'll take the base as AD. Why AD? We have to prove it also, right? So we need to include these terms in our equations. Half into base is AD. What is the height? If this is your triangle and base is AD, then the perpendicular height is what? ME. Okay, remember ME. That's why we have drawn it. Equation 1. Okay, or let's not call it. Fine, let's call it equation 1. No problem. Then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and find area of triangle DEB. Okay, look closely here. Same formula, half into base into height. So this is the triangle we are talking about. Of course, we'll take the base as dB. Why? We have to prove also, right? So 1 by 2 into base dB. Now look closely. If dB is the base, where is the perpendicular? We have not drawn anything like this, correct? Right? So remember that a perpendicular from the opposite side, opposite vertex. So this is the base, then opposite vertex is E, right? You can draw up a perpendicular by extending the base. Okay, so it doesn't matter if this is your triangle. If you need the perpendicular height to base DB, it will be a perpendicular dropped from the opposite vertex. Yes, you can extend your base. Hence, perpendicular is nothing but EM. Okay, remember this. So this is your triangle and this is your perpendicular when you extend your base. So this is also ME, equation 2. Now what do? Divide equation 1 and 2. So you get area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle DEB is equals to what? 1 by 2 into AD into ME divided by half into dB into ME. Cancel ME, cancel the half. What do you get? AD upon dB. Call it equation 3. This is what our left side is. Okay, this is our left hand side. Now let's move to the right hand side. So we need AE and AC. So again we will find the area of triangle AD, but this time the base will be AE and hence the height will be DN. Okay, so area of triangle ADE is equals to half into base into height. What is the base? Now we'll take AE. Okay, because we need to include terms on the right hand side. And what is the perpendicular height? Perpendicular height is what? DN. So write it, call it equation 4. Then area of triangle. Which triangle? Of course, we'll talk about DEC, right? Area of triangle DEC is what? Half into, same logic, this is your triangle. Of course, EC will be our base, right? Because we need to use it. And you drop the perpendicular from the opposite vertex, you have to extend the base. So when you extend the base, perpendicular becomes DN, right? So this is your triangle, and this is your perpendicular, and this is your extended base. So half into, what was the side? EC into DN, equation 5. Divide equation 4 by 5. Area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle DEC is what? Half into E into DN divided by half into EC into DN. Cancel DN, cancel half. What do we get? E upon EC. Call it equation 6. Now, where is the solution? Where is the answer? It's in front of you. What will you write? DEB and DEC have same area. Of course, area of triangle AD here and here is going to be similar. So you write this. Triangles have same area if they share the same base and are contained between the same parallel lines. Hence, area of triangle DEC will be equals to area of triangle DEB. Okay, I already spoke about this. So these two will be same, right? So by comparing equation, which one? 3 and 6. Look at this 3. 3 is what? Triangle, area of triangle AD upon area of triangle DEB. And equation 6, area of triangle ADE same. These two are already same. DEB and DEC is equal by this particular theorem. Hence, your right hand side will be equal. Hence, AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. That's your proof. It's very important. It may come again. You never know. So we'll write hence proved. Why? Because it's a prove that question. Okay, cool. I hope you understood. If not, rewind and look at it again. Okay, moving on to question number 33B. Another tricky question. Yes, it's a little tricky, but still doable provided you guys have done the similarity chapter. And it's a little lengthy, so let's have a look. Let me show you the question first. The question is sides AB and AC and median AD to triangle ABC are respectively proportional to sides PQ, PR and median PM of another triangle PQR. Show that both the triangles are similar. Let me make the diagram to make it more clear on what's going on or what they're trying to ask. Okay. Okay, let me zoom out a bit. So we have one triangle, let's say ABC, and let's say we have another triangle. We'll call it PQR. Okay, A, B, C, P, Q, R. Now what does this mean? That AB is proportional to PQ, AC is proportional to PR, and median, right? Median we have already discussed. What is the median? Line segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the opposite side. So let's call this M and let's call this N. Okay, this is a midpoint, so this will be equal. Fine. Now the condition given is that AB divided by PQ is equals to AC divided by PR is equals to AM upon PN. This condition is given. Let me show you the question again. It says that sides AB, AC and median AD, two triangle ABC are respectively proportional to sides this. So this AB is to this, AC to this and AD to this. Okay. Now let's get on with the solution. This is the condition given. Call it equation 1. I'm going to bring it down. We'll need to make some construction. Fine. Now what do we do? What we'll do is we will extend our figure. Now what we are going to do is we are going to prove by SAS similarity that these two triangles are similar. How? Side is already proportional. The other side is already proportional. We just need to prove that angle BAC and angle PQR is equal, because by SAS similarity these two sides should be in proportion and included angle should be equal. Okay, so focus on finding BAC. How do we find it? First, extend this. How will you extend it? You will extend it to A dash, meaning AM is equals to A dash M. It will be same. Okay, and join this. This is one triangle we'll make. Right? Why are we making this? I'll tell you. Now look at this triangle and this particular triangle. Okay, so in triangle, okay, let's write it. We are going to use congruency, right? Congruency is also similar. There also in you have SAS congruency. You can prove two triangles are congruent by SAS postulate, where a side included angle and another side is equal. So in triangle ABM, right, and triangle A dash MC, what's happening? BM is equals to MC, correct? Why? Because of the median. So this is our S, right? Remember, this is our S. S is equal. Now we'll talk about the included angle. These are vertically opposite angles, right? Angle BMA is equals to angle A dash MC. Why? Vertically opposite. So the angle is also equal. Remember, it has to be included angle. Which is the included angle? So this side and this side. You can clearly see that they are equal by construction. So AM is equals to A dash M. How? By construction. So we can say that by SAS, triangle ABM is congruent to triangle A dash, right? A dash M, not M. We need to write it in order, okay? B corresponds to C and M is common. So these two triangles are congruent. Remember, if these two triangles are congruent, hence by CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also equal. So this side and this side will be equal, correct? Because we have already proved it. So AB is equals to A dash C. Hence AB is equals to A dash C. Okay. Now, why are we doing this? You will come to know in a bit. So remember this result. Similarly, right? So in place of AB, we are going to write A dash C. Similarly, we'll also find the value for PQ. So if you do the same thing, right? You extend this, right? Same way, just like you did for the first triangle. PN will be equals to P dash N. So everything is similar, right? You can write similarly PQ N and NP dash R will also be congruent, just like we had these two. Hence PQ will be equals to P dash R. Similarly, triangle. This is a little lengthy, so be patient. PQN is congruent to triangle P dash R N. Hence, by CPCT, what will happen? PQ will be equals to what? P dash R. Fine. Now, from equation 1, we will replace these values. In case of AB and PQ, we will write. So AB is what? AB is A dash C. Right? So let's write. So A dash C divided by not PQ but P dash R is equals to what? AC divided by PR is equals to same thing, AM upon PN. Okay, so now we have replaced with A dash C this. Now what we'll do? We will check. So A dash C upon P dash R is equals to AC upon PR. Now see, the goal is to make sure that these angles are equal. So we'll have to break it. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. You can call it with any name. There is no restriction. Okay. Now we will focus on this particular triangle. That's why we are replacing AB with A dash C because AC is already there. Right? Okay. What happened? This is AM, right? Can we write AM as 2A? We can write, now we need to use this angle. So AM can be written as what? It can be written as twice of A dash M or AA dash. You can write as twice of AA dash. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So let's write this as A dash C divided by P dash R is equals to EC upon PR is equals to what we'll do? We'll write here AM into 2, okay, and then Pn into 2. Why? Because we need to induce this side. So if you do 2am, you can write this as 2am is nothing but AA dash, correct? So we'll replace A dash C divided by, just hold on for a bit, it's almost here. PR is equals to what? AA dash divided by PP dash. Now look at this. Now these two triangles are similar. Why? A dash C, P dash R proportional, AC, PR proportional, and AA dash and PP dash are proportional. Correct? You can look over here. Hence, triangle A dash C is congruent to triangle P dash PP dash R. And we know that corresponding, what is similarity? Basic definition is a triangle is of the sides are proportional and the corresponding angles are equal in similar triangles, right? In similar triangles, this is equal. Hence what? This angle and this angle will be equal. Okay, angle 2 is equals to angle 4. Correct? If you have understood this, then same thing we will also, we're not going to do this, but same way you join this and prove this triangle and this triangle similar. It will come out to be similar through the same logic, and then angle 1 will be equals to angle 3. So you can write similarly. Okay, they'll understand. If you have done this, then obviously they'll understand that. Just give an explanation. Angle 1 is equals to angle 3 and give your reasons of the other triangle. Now what you do? Add both the above equations. Add it. What do we get? Angle 1 plus angle 2. LHS is equals to RHS. Correct? And what is angle 1 plus angle 2? It is nothing but angle BAC. Okay, angle BAC is equals to angle PQR, which is 3 and 4. So PQR is your other angle. Now this is equal, so we call it as angle, right? These two sides are already proportional. So how will you write it? AB upon PQ is equals to AC upon PR, and included angle is equals to the corresponding angles. Hence, what? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Hence proved. This is complicated, I agree, but still doable. So what do you do? This is lengthier, right? It'll take more time. Pick question number A. That's why we need to make sure we have enough raw material in our head to choose between options, right? And similarity chapter is important, just like congruency is important. Okay, moving on to question number 34. We have still 4-5 more questions more to go. Okay, question number 34. This is very easy. Let me read it first. What is it saying? It is saying from the top of a 45-meter high lighthouse. Okay, the angles of depression of two ships on the opposite sides. Okay, on the opposite side are observed to be 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Very easy. If the line joining the ship passes through the foot of the lighthouse, find the distance between them. Very easy. Okay, I hope you guys have scored 5 marks over here. This is your lighthouse. Okay, I'm just gonna make one stick. That's it. No fancy drawing. Now what's happening is we have a ship at 60 degrees and we have a ship at 30 degrees. And you make the figure, make sure to put some sense into it. This angle is more what? More vertical. This is little more extended, meaning this will be 30 degrees, this will be 60 degrees. Now you're saying they're calling out angle of depression. No problem. This angle of depression and angle of elevation is same. This angle of depression 60 degrees, 30 degrees, correct? This is what? Parallel lines. Parallel lines. So this will become what? Interior alternate angles. Same with this. Interior alternate angles. So they are the same things. Okay, so it passes through the foot of the lighthouse. This is the foot of the lighthouse. Okay, you can call this as X. You can call this as Y. And how high is your lighthouse? This is 45 meters. Make sure you make the diagram. 1 marks will be for the diagram. Okay, in short, we need to find X plus Y. Find the distance between the ships. Okay, ship is what? Ship 2, ship 1. Which T ratio to use? Very simple. This is your angle in question. Opposite and base are in question, meaning tan 30 degrees is equals to what? 45 by x, perpendicular by base or opposite upon adjacent. What is tan 30? 1 by root 3 is equals to 45 by x, or x is equals to 45 root 3 meters. Do not substitute 1.73 right now. Hold your horses, and you can transform or substitute root 3 once you have got your final x plus y. This will reduce your calculation. Tan 60 degrees is equals to what? 45 divided by y, right? And what is y? Y will be equals to 45 upon tan 60, which is root 3. Rationalize it. It will make your calculation easier. So 45 root 3 divided by root 3 into 3 is, sorry, root 3 into root 3 is 3. 15 root 3. Y comes out to be 15 root 3 meters. Add this. This is your distance between the ship, x plus y. 45 root 3 plus 15 root 3 gives you how much? 60 root 3. Now substitute 1.73. Okay, you guys multiply. I'm gonna use calculator. Okay, so the calculator says 60 times 1.73 comes out to be, the distance between the ship is 103.8 meters. Such an easy question for 5 marks. Okay, how many pages? Just one page. Hope you guys have solved this question. Okay, moving on. Question number 35. Question number 35 is also easy. Look at some tricks to save your calculation. The perimeter of a certain sector of a circle. What is the sector of a circle? Imagine a pizza slice. Okay, this is your sector, right? In circle. So let's say this is a circle. These are all sectors. So that's why I'm calling it a pizza slice. Perimeter of a sector. This is what? This is radius, and whatever this is. Anyway, it's fine. The perimeter of a certain sector of a circle. Okay, let me show you the question. People who don't have question papers. Perimeter of a certain sector of a circle of radius so and so is 20 meters. Find the area of the sector. So what I tell my students is, first write what is being asked. What is being asked? Area of sector is being asked. What is the area of sector? Theta by 360. Okay, this is theta into area of the circle. Very easy formula. Hope you guys remember. Call it equation 1. What all is given? Look at here. Radius is given. Okay, theta is the only piece missing. So in short, we need to first find theta, then come back and put the values over here. Okay, what is given? Perimeter is what? Theta upon 360 into 2 pi r. So technically we have to find theta, but we can also find theta by 360 directly, right? Or there's a better way. Look at this. What if we divide both of them? If you divide, you are gonna help yourself a lot by reducing the calculation. Divide it. Dividing equation 1 and 2. What do you get? Area upon perimeter is equals to what? Theta upon 360 into pi r square. Theta upon 360 into 2 pi r. Right? This is same thing, right? Like a by a. When you see a by, what do? You cancel it. Pi, cancel it. 1 r, cancel it. Okay, fine. What do we get? Now, area is equals to what? You get only, see this is cancelled, only 1 r is left, is equals to r by 2, okay? 1, 2 is left over here, pi and r is also cancelled, into perimeter, right? Easy, right? So now people what they'll do, they'll write perimeter, then they'll put 22 by 7, then what 3.14, then put area, then they'll do so much hard work and calculate. Instead of that, you can do smart work. Radius is how much? It's given in the question. It is 5.6 divided by 2. What is perimeter? Perimeter is 20. 10, area is 56 meter square. Not even a page. Correct? That's it. As I said, please let me know your answer in the comments. Even I want to verify if I'm solving it right. Just kidding, guys. So make sure these are your answers. And yes, do mention your answers in the comments. If you don't get same answer and you have a doubt, you can ask me. I'll try to respond. Right, that's it. 5.6 into 10, area is 56 meter square. Okay, moving on to section E. This is the last section, right? This is section E. Okay, let me go back to the question to check whether this is whether you guys read it. Okay, this is section E. Now, section E has how many questions? One, two, three. Three questions. Okay. Question number 36. Again, these are easy questions. Look at it. This section consists of three case-based questions of 4 marks each. So it's saying a ball is thrown in the air. Okay, this is your ball thrown in the air. So that t seconds after it is thrown, its height h meter above its starting point is given by the polynomial. In short, this path, right, is described by this equation or function. So if you want to calculate height at any point of time t from the point it's thrown and until it comes to rest, you can find it like this. Let me write the equation first. Okay, again it's a very easy question. This is question number 36. Fine. Okay, so height is given by 25t minus 5t square. The first part, what is being asked is observe the graph of the polynomial and answer the following questions. Write zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, we'll have to look at the graph a lot, so let me show you. Zeros of the polynomial is nothing but ht is equals to 0. So if your polynomial is h or let's say p, they need to ask what are the values of x where p of x, in this case h of t, is 0. So they need to know the values of t where h of t is 0. You can clearly see from the graph. At t is equals to 0, your height is 0, and at t is equals to 5 seconds also, it comes down and hits the ground. So height is 0 two times. In short, there are two zeros of this polynomial and they are nothing but t is equals to 0 and 5, okay, seconds. This is first answer. Write zeros of the given polynomial. Question number second. Find the maximum height achieved by the ball. In short, find h max. How do we find it? Very easy. Read the graph. Where is the maximum height? Maximum height is here, correct? And what is the value of t over here? 5 by 2. In short, put 5 by 2 over here and you get your maximum height. Okay, let's see what is the maximum height we have. So h max can also be written as h of 5 over 2. In short, 25 into 5 by 2 minus 5 into 5 by 2 ka whole square. I know many people must be wondering why am I telling this calculation, but please don't forget BIDMAS, right? BIDMAS means bracket first, then indices. So inside the bracket, it's just a number, no calculation. But you do have indices, so do not do any other operation, at least for this thing, right? And I'm going to keep 25 into 5 by 2 as it is, tell you why. Minus 5, 25 by 4. I see 25 into 25 common, right? In short, 25 into 5 and 25 into 5 is common. So I'll take it outside so that my fraction now becomes half minus 1 by 4. Why am I doing this? To ease out my calculation, right? Generally, people will take LCM as 4, then 125 into 2 and then 125. Instead of that, write 125 outside bracket half minus 1 by 4, take LCM, 4, 2 minus 1, or 125 into 1 by 4, or in short answer is 125 upon 1 by 4, which is nothing but 31.25 meters. This is the maximum height at t is equals to 5 by 2 seconds. Okay, easy? Yes, it's pretty easy. Then question number third, ka A part. You have an or between them, right? So you can choose which one to do. We'll do both. Now the question says, let me show you again. After throwing upward, how much time did the ball take to reach to the height of 30 meters? Right? Just now we found that the maximum height is 31 point something. So it's asking at what time did the height became 30 meters? Very simple. You need to substitute 30 in place of h. So 30 is equals to what? 5t minus, what was the equation? Sorry, not 5t. 25t minus 5t square. This forms a quadratic in t. So shift your minus 5t square to the left. 5t square minus 25t plus 30 is equals to 0. Please simplify. Take 5 common. T square minus 5t plus 6 is equals to 0. Factorize this. This goes on this side. 0 by 5 becomes 0. Okay. So we get t square minus 5t plus 6 is equals to 0. Factorize. Pretty simple. What do we get? Minus 3 minus 2. Minus, okay, I'll do step by step. T square minus 5t can be written as minus 3t and minus 2t. Yes, it can be. Then take t common in the first two terms, you will get t minus 3. Take minus 2 in common in the next two terms, you get t minus 3 again in the bracket. This is a proof that your factorization is going right. If you don't get this same as this, there's a mistake in the calculation. Please recheck. Now take t minus 3 common, you get t minus 2. Confused? Why are we getting two values? 2 seconds and 3 seconds. Okay, we are getting two values because if the ball is at 2 seconds and you can see that this is 5 by 2, so at this point it will be 2.5. So 2 is on this side and 3 is on this side, correct? Of course it will hit 30 here, which is at 2 seconds, and again at 3 seconds it will again hit 30 meters because gravity is gonna pull this down. That is why two places here and here is gonna give you 30 meters, which is 2 and 3 seconds respectively. That's why 2 marks. So if you get both the answers, you get 2 marks complete. Okay, then they're saying B part is find, it's here only, find two different values of t when the height of the ball was 20 meters. Same question, right? Now instead of 30, you substitute 20 over here. So let's do this to complete the question. So 20 is equals to 25t minus 5t square. Take 5t square here, same procedure. Again we'll take 5 common, we'll get t square minus 5t plus 4 this time. What will be the factors? T square. Now minus 5t can be written as what? Plus 5t, no wait, 4. So minus 5t can be written as minus 4t minus t plus 4 is equals to 0. Okay, take t common in the first two terms, you get t minus 4. Take minus 1 common in the second two terms, you get this. Take t minus 4 common. So at t is equals to 1 and 4 seconds, your height is how much? 20 meters. Okay. And if you look at the graph, yes, it does make sense that at t is equals to 1 seconds and this, your height will be 20 meters at 1 and 4 seconds. Excuse me. Okay. This is your question number 36. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is from volume and areas. It's not a tough question, it's an easy question. It says the word circus has the same root as circle. Okay, I really don't know what this means. In a closed circular area. Okay, so this is a tent, right? So imagine this. This is your tent. Okay, like this, and this is circular. Okay, this is also circular. Then you have it's like a cone on top and a cylinder at the bottom. Okay, we'll make this diagram. In a closed area, blah, 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 cylinder very fine. Not a circus. A circus tent is cylindrical up to a height of 8 meters. Remember, diagram is pretty important over here. So a circular tent is cylindrical up to a height of 8 meters and conical above it. Let's draw it as we read it. Okay, this is question number 37. Okay, let's make our cylindrical tent. So this is our tent. This is circular over here. Okay, same thing over here. This is the floor, okay, or the base, and there's a cone on top of it. So this is a cone. Fine. This is of course r. This will be your height. I'll make this in different color so that we know. Okay, so this is a cylindrical. So they are saying cylindrical height is 8 meters. Fine. Cylindrical height is 8 meters and conical above it. Diameter of the base is 28 meters, right? Diameter of the base is 28 meters. So whatever is the diameter here will be same over here. 28 meters meaning what? Radius is 14 meters, correct? So, and they're saying that the total height of the tent is 18.5 meters. So if the total height of the tent is 18.5 meters, what will be the height of the cone? So you can, it's like 18.5 minus 8, right? Or 10.5 meters, correct? This is your height, conical height. Fine, that's it. This is your total height. Let me write this as well. Okay, this is your total height, 18.5 meters. Okay, now this is your diagram, right? If you have made this correctly, most probably you'll get your answers right. The first question they're asking is find the slant height of the conical part. In short, we need to find L. I hope you guys know that H, R and L, correct? They form a right angle triangle, right? So L square will be nothing but H square, which is cone, plus radius is same, so I'll just call it R square. Height is 10.5 square plus radius is 14 square, correct? Now 105 ka square will be, you can calculate this, you guys can calculate 105 into 105. This is coming out to be 1110.25 plus 14 ka square, I hope you guys remember, it is 196. Okay, add 196 over here, you get wait 11 1 this into okay, you can add it, I'll tell you why. Now there's some calculation involved over here, so look here. If you take, okay, if you take 100 down, you get 11025 plus 196, right? Then 11025 plus 196, two zeros, divide by. Now you guys will have to do this tough calculation, but the numerator most probably will come out to be a perfect square. Okay, so when you add this, you get 30625 divided by 100. This is inside the under root. Okay, and 30625 ka under root is nothing but 175 ka whole square. Okay, so 175 upon 10 will come down. or slant height is 17.5 meters. This is your slant height. Part 1. It's 1 mark, but some calculation is needed. Okay. If you want to find how did I get 175, you can break it. Let me show you. Okay. So that you guys helps you out. Take the LCM. 30625, right? You start from 25. It's a perfect square. So 25, you take 30. You get 1, right? 5 carries over. 56. Okay, you get 2. 6 carries over. Again 2. 12 carries over. You get 5. Again take 25. Does it go? 25. It'll go. So 122 will be 4. 2 carries over. You get 1. 41. Wait, I've done something wrong. Hold on. Let's not take 25. 30625. 175 into 175, correct? So 175 will give you 41 should not come. So let's take 125. So 1, 5 carries over 2, 6 carries over 2, 125, which is 5. Now let's take 5. So you get 2, 2 carries over 4, right? 2 carries over 4, then 5, 245. Take 5 again. So now you get 4 and you get 9, right? 49. This was a mistake I made. Then 49 is what? 7 and 7. So write it like this. Take the 100 out, so it will become 1 by 10. Okay. You write 25 into 49. Correct? What do you get outside? Now 25 will come out as 5. 25 will come out as 5 and 49 will come out as 7. 25 into 7 gives you nothing but 175. That's how you guys can calculate. So 175 by 10 or 117.5 meters is your slant height. So L is equals to 17.5 meters. Okay, hope this is clear. Yes, you will have to work hard for this 1 mark. Then the second part is find the, where is it? Determine the floor area of the tent. Okay, just the floor area. What is floor area? Very simple. We have already made a diagram. This is the floor area. Okay, you just need to find this floor area of the tent. So we can easily find it. How? Pi r square. So floor area equals pi r square. Pi, let's take 22 by 7. I think they are given the value in the top. Use 22 by 7. Okay, 22 by 7 into what is radius? Radius is 14 a square. So 14 times 14, cancel 1 2. 22, or let's call it 44 into 14. And you multiply, let's multiply. I'll also multiply with you guys. I'll not use calculator. 16, so 176, 4, 4 again, 6, 1, 616. Okay, 616 meter square is the floor area. This is easy, right? Third A. Third A says, give me the area of the cloth. Okay, give me the area of the cloth used for making the tent. So where all you will have cloth, right? On the surface, in short, the surface area of the cone, don't include the circle, it's hollow. And the surface area of the cylinder, right? This is excluding those pi r square, pi r square. So find the area of the cloth used for making the tent. Write the formula first. Come on. Okay. So come here, zoom out, and you write area of area of cloth will be what? First, look at the cone. What is this? Forget this. You don't have to use this circle. So circle is nothing but pi r l. Correct? Pi r l from the cone. So pi r l plus. Now where else we have the cloth? You don't have the cloth here. This is open. Even this is the floor, or you can say carpet area. So nothing but the curved surface area of the cylinder, which is how much? 2 pi r h. Okay, 2 pi r h, height of cylinder, not cone. Okay, cool. Now let's substitute the values. So again, be careful. Pi r is all same. Take it outside. Pi r take common. You write L plus 2, height of cylinder. 22 by 7 into 14 bracket. We have got slant height as 17.5 plus 2 into height of cylinder is how much? Okay, cylindrical. The bottom part is 8. So we get 8. Cancel this. You get 44 times 17.5 plus 16. Or 44 times 17.5 plus 16 is how much? 0.5, 33.5. Okay, let's multiply. So 33.5 into 44. 0, 2 carries, 4, 1 carries, 1340. Then again 1340. So what do we get? 0, 4, 7, 4, 1. 1474. 1474 meter square is the area of the cloth. Very simple. Just calculation. That's it. Let me write this 4 clearly. Okay, that's it. Okay, next part is B. What does B say? It says find the total volume of air inside an empty tent. Very simple. Now they're talking about volume, right? So this is nothing but volume of cone plus volume of cylinder. What is the volume of cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h cone. Write cone, don't write h. Okay, because you have two separate values. If only if it has same values, then write the same variable. Volume of cylinder is pi r square. That's why I'm writing radius as same. It is the same value. Height of cylinder. Okay. So I'll take pi r square common. I'll get height of cone divided by 3 plus height of cylinder. Pi r. Okay, let me substitute the values now. So 22 by 7 into 14 into 14. Okay, we already know the value for this. It's 616. We calculated it here. Okay, see here. So we can straight away write it instead of writing this. Anyways, we'll see if we simplify. Height of cone is how much? 10.5. Height of cylinder is how much? Divided by 3. Height of cylinder is how much? Height of cylinder is 8 plus 8. Cancel this. 3.5. 3.5 plus 8 is how much? 11.5. So you already know the value. Okay, let's write it directly. It's nothing but 616. Remember, we calculated 616 into 11.5. Now I'm going to use a calculator. You guys can multiply. 616 into 11.5 gives you 7084 meter cube. Okay, meter cube. Remember the units of measurements. This is your total volume. Easy 5 marks. Okay, easy because it's not complicated. It's just lengthy and a little lengthy. That way, even if you do smart work, take common, it will become much easier. Okay, let's move to section D's last question. which is question number 38. Okay, let's look at the question. So the question, okay, the pie chart is given. So what's saying, in a survey on holidays, 120 people were asked to state which type of transport they used on their last holiday. The following pie chart shows the results of the survey. So train, bus, car, ship, aeroplane. Fine, these are the five modes of transport. Observe the pie chart and answer the following questions. First is, if one person is selected at random, find the probability that she traveled by bus or ship. Okay, I hope you guys know what does or mean. If you don't know, look at my video. So probability of or means first that you add both the probabilities, right? So probability of having two events, if you have an or in between, and they should be mutually exclusive. Exclusive means they should not be linked with each other, the results. Okay, so P bus, okay, I'll use B for bus, probability of bus plus probability of ship, right? I'll use S, that's the only alphabet. Is will be what? Plus. So probability of bus will be 36, right? 36 divided by 360, right? Favorable outcome divided by total outcome. In this case, angle. So 36 upon 360 plus probability of ship. Ship is 33 divided by 360. So denominator is same. So 36 plus 33 will become 69 divided by 360. Divide by 3. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 0. This is your probability of she traveling by both, by not both, by bus or ship. Okay, this is your answer. 23 is a primary number, so cannot simplify further. Okay, this is one. Question number two. Question number two says, which is the most favorable mode of transport? It's pretty evident. Car. People like to go with their own mode of transport, which is car. It could be a cab, but still car. And how many people used it? Very simple. How many people used it? The formula is this half portion. Okay, not half, but 177 degrees occupied by car. So the formula to find is car people is 177 divided by into total number of people who were surveyed. That's it. Cancel the 0, 1, 3. Okay. 177 divisible by 3 or not. You can check it. If you want to check whether the number is divisible by 3 or not, you add the digits. 1 plus 7 plus 7. It comes out to be 15. If it's a multiple of 3, then it is divisible. There's a divisibility rule by 3. So we get 5 and 9. So 59 people have traveled by car. This is your answer. Okay, so 59 people out of 120 have used car. Okay, third part, third ka A. What is third ka A asking? Let's see this. Okay, so it says a person is selected at random if the probability that he did not use train is 4 by 5. Find the number of people who use train. Very simple. If you see, the angle is not given, so we will use probability to find the number of people who use train. First of all, percentage of people who you have used train plus percentage of people who have, I'm going to use a complement, who have not used train is always 1. Remember, probability of event happening or not happening is always 1, right? So probability of people who travel by train is 1 minus p dash t, and p dash t is nothing but people who did not travel by train, which is 4 by 5. So probability of people going by train is 1 minus 4 by 5, or simply 1 by 5. So number of people, or in short, train people, is probability into total number of people who were surveyed or who went on holiday. Cancel this. 24 people went by train. Okay, 24 went by train, 59 went by car. The others they have not asked, so leave it. Okay, last question. Last question of the paper. Okay, it says probability that randomly selected person used airplane is this much. The probability of the airplane is given. Find the revenue calculated by the air company at the rate of 5,000 per person. Very simple. First, you will have to find the number of people who have traveled by aeroplane. So this is part third ka B. So we'll write people aeroplane will be what? Probability was 6 by, sorry, not 6 by 70, 7 by 60 into 120. Correct? 7 by 60 into 120. So 14 people have traveled by aeroplane. Correct? So what will be the revenue? Revenue will be 14 times 5,000. Right? 14 into 5, how much? It is 70. So is it in rupees? Yep. Revenue is how much? 70,000 rupees will be um, taken by the air company or collected by the air company if 14 people are traveling by air. So multiply by 5,000 because one person ka price is 5,000. Okay, so this is your answer. This is your complete paper solved, CBSE 10th 2024. This is, just to recall, this is set numbers 30/2/1, came in Bangalore in one of the schools. So one of my students has shared this paper. So yeah, please comment, tell me if this video helps you, and if you really like this video and if you want more videos, which I'll be anyway sharing, but you can still go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, please do tell me your answers in the comment. If it matched, be happy. If it did not match, no problem, learn it. Okay, bye bye. We'll see you until the next video.